Above a post-apocalyptic wasteland is a city of towers, corrupted to its core. 5 people cast down from their homes now rise to defeat an ancient evil and undo a contract that would doom them all. This is MissedByOne and Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign called Starfall.
Welcome to episode 8 of MissedByOne's game, Starfall. I'm your DM for the day, Tris. Pronouns they, them. My wonderful cast.
I'm Rodox. Some of you know me as Alex. That's supposed to be the other way around. I play Frey.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm back from the Shadow Realm. I play Ida, Dr. Solace.
That is still Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way. Hey, I'm Noah. I'm playing Cassius.
I'm Pedro. I play Hannigan, and I am yes.
Right? Yeah.
You are pronouns.
Hurry up.
I'm Edward, and I'm playing the Dwarven Beastkin Druid Ivor. And this time,
Live from Stockholm, Sweden. This is MissedByOne.
I love that. He gets cut off by the intro every time. It's so funny.
I was literally going to say, and this time I'm not going to get cut off.
Hello, welcome everyone. As usual, a wonderful shout out to all of the wonderful artists who have let us use their music. Caleb, who has done the artwork that you see in the most of the artwork you've seen in the show. The character art from Jade. Wonderful people. Give them a look in the links down below.
Can I do a quick shout out?
Go right on ahead.
To Jordal, or Alfred, who's currently in Switzerland playing the accordion with a pirate crew.
No moderator for Twitch chat.
No moderator for Twitch chat.
No.
Oh.
And
Mute your damn laptop.
no, that was me. Actually.
Oh, it was you. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. Hello. I'm just like
blameless.
you. Anyway, last session, things got pretty spicy. But before I jump into a sort of a recap, I'm going to do things a little different.
Ooh.
At the end of episode 6, the wall in a circular chamber that held a dwarven artifact exploded, knocking out Ida. I believe it's... Here we are. She was hit by a piece of debris that immediately knocked her out, and in the distance that she traveled from being thrown from the blast, she touched, if so ever briefly, the artifact. I'm going to look at you through the camera, which is what I should be doing. You ever so briefly touched the artifact in the center of the room. And in sort of like your consciousness fading away like this, it wasn't the blast that knocked you out. It was touching the artifact, which is why your wound was entirely superficial.
Mm-hmm.
It had nothing to do with why you were knocked out. Sounds of battle can be heard before the world grows dark. And eventually you awaken. Not by opening your eyes at first. Your eyes are shut, and you feel in a very familiar position. The scent of coffee fills your nose. Freshly brewed coffee fills your nostrils. And then the general sense of your old home hits you. You smell various alchemical concoctions, formaldehyde, for example. You smell various levels of decay kept in certain parts of your lab. Bad Alex. You smell, there's the familiar creak of wood around your laboratory, your makeshift lab that you've set up on the surface of of presumably a dying world. And you were awoken by the smell of coffee hitting your nostrils and the sound of porcelain hitting wood beside your head.
Am I slumped over on my
You
desk?
are slumped over at your desk, and there is that familiar ache in your back.
At this point, I can never sleep in normal beds. Like, it just doesn't do it for me.
If your back isn't hurting, you can't sleep.
Is that why your character has such bad posture?
Also, I think it's a racial trait for all doctors.
Women. Oh.
Oh, just the misogyny just slipped out.
Ooh, that was a
Casual.
Reddit moment. Christ.
So-
Okay.
Oh god.
Like leaning over, still with my head down. I'm this is odd. This is like do I know that I was somewhere else entirely before this? So in my waking confusion, I sort of reach out my hand to like aside from my head and pull it back as I burn myself on my side. Like that's hot. That's hot. Ow.
That is hot.
I open my eyes. Table. Getting up. It's papers all over the place. There's a mug of coffee. It's very, very hot right now. Anything else around?
Your desk.
My desk.
Strewn with notes and various diagrams of hollowed that you have dissected and investigated, various different types that you've looked at, bone structures.
There's
mutations,
a register of different like body parts and like how I preserve them and
trying to find a common denominator between certain mutations, all that sort of stuff. It's your desk.
It's my desk. It's
Your pen, your desk, and standing sort of off to the side now, after having put down the cup of coffee beside you, is the silhouette of a figure in the low light of your lab.
Mr. Thassel?
Took you a long... Fuck. I haven't done this voice in a bit. My bad.
Almost impressed there, Tristan.
Almost.
Took you long enough to wake up.
Yeah, I've had a very odd dream. I dreamt that everything around here was lost, and I was in caves, and never mind that. It was silly.
You dreamed of something other than your notes for once? You alright?
I do admit that doesn't happen usually. I'm gonna stretch instinctively for like paper and pen and just sort of start scribbling down what I can still remember from my dream. There's it was a figure, a dwarf. No, yes, a dwarf, and was a goblin. No, it was not a no. No, a halfling was. It was a halfling. Holligan. He was one of them mages from high up. You know the type.
I feel like maybe, just maybe, you might be, think you need to air this place out a little bit.
You think I've poisoned myself again?
Probably.
All right. Do you know how to open the window?
You have to.
Yes, you have to do before the other.
And then...
Yes.
Right. And he walks out. And now that he steps into a sort of a shaft of light, there is this sort of tanned, skinned individual with an array of scars. A sort of vest the sleeves have been torn off because he kept fucking ripping it or like burning it and shit. So he just gave up on having sleeves.
Yeah.
Ended up ripping the sleeves off of a sort of a fairly rugged and mundane, but tried to kept proper vest. A sort of a very broad-shouldered, large man with pointed elven-esque ears. A sort of a thick 9 o'clock shadow, and a sort of a bit shoulder-length hair that he keeps back in a ponytail. It's very haphazard, though. Looks like he did it like the moment before he stepped into work type deal. Very messy. But he tries his best. He opens the window and then turns to look at you, hiding his tusks as per usual with his bottom lips. A half-orc, half-elven man that you know as Vaesen.
Or an irk.
Eric. Yeah, true.
All right.
But you notice something strange. There is light coming into the room,
Uh-huh.
but the view beyond the window is that of stars. The night sky. It doesn't make much sense because it should be dark, but there's light coming through the window. As if it was day.
You're using the word night sky.
Yes, exactly.
Stars.
Yeah.
There
You know.
isn't a night sky in this setting.
No. You've seen it but once before, when you touched the obelisk.
Right. Mr. Thassel? Just humor me for a second. Would you mind looking out the window and describe what you see?
A whole lot of red.
Right.
Just, it's per usual.
Nothing unusual. It's just...
Not really.
Right.
I think one of the Star Vigils taking a shit over the Mana Scar again. That ain't gonna end well.
Is he colorblind, perhaps?
Okay.
Red,
Make
hazy.
a good lab assistant.
Intriguing. I'm going to make a note of that in my book.
You doing all right?
Yes, I'm perfectly all right. As everything is finally what it should be. What it ought to be.
He'll sort of take up a chair, bring it over, and then sit down so that he's got the chair back to him, and he leans his arms on it and goes, "But we both know this ain't gonna last forever."
I beg your pardon?
A certain somebody has let me talk to you.
Yes?
I was trying to indulge a dream for a little bit, but I realized it might have been a bit cruel. I'm not very good at lying anymore.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you feeling all right?
This is a dream.
No, it isn't. Like, my desk is here, my papers is here. It's normal, right? It's normal. I don't know what's going on there. It's a trick of the mind. It's the night sky and all. It's just a lingering of the dream. It's maybe I had something bad to eat. I don't know.
I told Ernest that this dream was going to be cruel. He didn't listen.
What do you mean? Ernest is gone. Hasn't been around for God knows how long.
Listen, I don't know where you are. I don't know how far you've gone. Me and Ernest were pretty deep. But I had to know if you were alright. This is the first time this spell has come through. There's something down here that stops magic, apparently. I don't really know what in my forte.
I'm gonna make a quick let's see. I'm gonna make a will, like just a quick will check. Just see how do I react to this.
Go for it.
Oh my god, okay. That's a nat 1.
Beautiful.
I'm
Great start.
getting aggravated at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna stand up. Okay, look, Mr. Thassel. I don't know what you're playing at. I don't know what got into your mind to think that any of this is a professional thing to do in your current role, your current employment as my assistant. But I want you to stop because it is seriously frightening me. All right, and don't bring up Ernest. I don't want to hear that name, not right now. Now, if you excuse me, I have some work to do. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take up my coffee, sit down and try not to look at him as I drink the coffee.
He'll stand up, put the chair back, and begin prepping the daily, the thing that was supposed to be done today. He begins moving out a tray, or like one of the gurneys, or is that what they're called? With a corpse strapped upon it, a hollowed, that has its sort of chest splayed open with various artifice to keep the ribs from, to keep everything from falling back in. It's to keep it open.
It's one of those like cranks that you
it keeps shit out of the way. It would be a grotesque scene to anyone but these two. These two don't give a shit.
We're used to this.
Rolls it out and then locks it into the middle of a more tiled area where you've tried to make this area as sterile as possible. It's very difficult to do down here because there's a cracked floorboard, or ceiling above you, and dust falls down it.
Yeah, there are plenty of buckets standing around, like in case anything leaks from anywhere.
Yeah.
To just fall down there. I'm gonna grab my scalpel. I'm going to just like put on my lab coat. I'm going to like stretch out so that he can help me put on the gloves.
Yeah. And he grabs the gloves and puts them on one at a time, careful to not contaminate them.
Right.
As the best of his abilities.
And then I'm gonna take the scalpel and I'm gonna start like cutting open. And as I'm doing so, I'm noticing myself that my hand is really unsteady. It's shaking. And that is very uncommon for me.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to snap at you.
I don't blame you. I'm not very good at the whole... Well, you know me. You know me. I'm not good at this. But I wanted to see you.
How long has it been now?
What? At least a few months, 6 maybe. Almost a year, if not longer. It's been a while.
Yeah, we've been working for a while now. I think it works out. We make a pretty solid team. You're not lying, are you?
No. You know me. I suck at lying at you. I can always see through my lies. I'm not hurt. Bullshit, and you pull me aside. Patch me up.
Have a tendency of rubbing your neck when you are lying. You also tend to blink a lot. You have a few tells. You're very, very bad at lying.
Sorry. But this isn't easy for me either. I've been down here a long time, seen a lot of shit. But I'm safe.
You went missing a few months back. It's coming back now.
But I'm safe.
Good.
And I'm with an individual named Ernest. He says he knows you. And you've talked about him every now and then, but never really went into detail.
That old fox, eh? He's alive?
Yeah. Blue elf man came in, hit me with a stick, and told me to follow him.
Yeah, that sounds very much like him. He used to be my old professor, you know?
Says he's been trying to figure out a way to get past whatever's interfering with... What's it called? Magic that lets you talk to people?
Divination?
Yeah, that. There's something here that interferes with it. He doesn't know what. He's been trying to find a way around it, but apparently the trick is to just be down here too, which means you're also down here, huh?
Yeah. We all are.
You're not alone?
No, you don't have to worry about me. I'm with a ragtag team of quite odd individuals. A few psychopaths. Possibly all of them. Most certainly an egomaniac. The captain of the Knight's Guard.
That's an interesting one.
Oh, and a Goldilocks robber. I thought it was just stories.
I may have bought some of his stuff every now and then.
Somehow that checks out. Oh, and don't even get me started on the druid. He's from the Primordial Circle.
Another one?
Another one. Remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember. The screaming was very loud.
Yes, you don't have to remind me that.
He doing alright? Did you meet him again?
I did. It's a small world, apparently, where you get tossed into a pit.
Well, the tunnels down here don't exactly expand into an open world. Well, until a certain point. You should see it down here. It's beautiful.
Right.
Terrifying.
We're on our way. I don't know where you are, but we're on our way to find you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't have much time, I think. You're starting to stir. Don't know what made you fall asleep now, but...
Either something knocked me out or one of my friends did.
Well,
It's honestly, at this point, it's a 50-50.
she called other friends.
Freudian slip, fuck!
My friends might kill me. They called us friends. Anyway.
We're more than colleagues, you guys.
Buddy.
There's something in the back of my head saying associates. Forget whatever I just said. Man, this dream thing is
Take it back.
really, really weird, right? Shut up.
Officially it's Sunday.
I was almost tricked for a bit. I had to make a cup of coffee. It was, nostalgia hit me, and I wanted to let you just live the dream for a little bit, but I couldn't. It hurt too much.
I know. I appreciate it. Before you go, would you mind telling Ernest that son of a bitch owes me so much, and I'm coming to collect it. Also, I've missed him a bit, slightly.
I'll let him, and then right as he begins to end a sentence, the whole world shifts and lunges as you just see an array of stars before you, like a field, where you're standing on the sort of watery surface, the surface of which that you can stand on, despite the rippling of black water, with a venerable sea of stars, galaxies, and various sort of heavenly phenomena spread around you. Some of which you could even like poke a star next to you if you so wished. Though it doesn't seem to do much. It's kind of boop and it moves. And you just hear a voice go, I'll remember that. Time to wake up, dearie. You've got a long way to go. And you awaken with a sudden ringing
right.
in your ears.
You
So
okay,
the-
Doc?
So the assistant got interrupted by a cutscene. I know the feeling.
What?
Yeah, me too.
Never mind.
Cutscene, actual gameplay.
Literally, yeah, where it transitions.
And now the quality of the stream goes down like 4 notches.
Yeah, everything in like cutscenes are like pre-rendered and everything anyway. So like it always looks better.
I'm just so glad that they're calling my cutscenes pre-rendered when I do half of them on the fly. Because I can't read from text.
It's
I'll
not
fuck it up.
noticeable, Tristan.
Thank you.
It would
You
be
do
really
very well.
stale if we did read.
I would honestly actually fuck up more if I had it in text in front of me than I would if I just...
We've been through this entire thing.
Yeah,
off
it is
camera.
hard to read things.
It's so hard. Anyway,
Fair enough.
you wake up
Dyslectic gang.
hanging from Frey's shoulder as he seems to be walking in the camp of the dwarfs.
Question: firemen carry bridal style or just like potato sack?
I guess
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
potato sack. Yeah, because I was thinking she would. Let's just go potato sack and keep it safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
Your face is in his butt, basically.
yeah.
The other way around, face forward with potato sack. You never carry the face backwards. That's rude.
That's. There is a reason why you carry face backwards, but I don't remember why.
It's so that you
If
can
they
put
throw
them
up.
down gently.
Yeah. Also, it's easier to grab a hold of the legs, you know,
Or actually,
and steady.
it would have been that military type carry since.
Oh,
Frey,
yeah.
like,
yeah. Trained military. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So, like, Ida starts groaning. God, isn't that a Mortal Kombat move where you just break someone?
It's break the bat.
Is that you feel her stir and you're like, finish her.
I'm carrying Rafu. Same grip.
Oh, he's not that big.
No,
okay?
Rafu's following after, holding a little stone, like the same way
Okay, you
as-
guys, stop.
We are in control of your familiar now.
You bastard.
Our familiar.
He is red.
Oh my God. I will say, you start. It starts with the stirring, then a slight groaning, and then just a very muffled, like, you know, I have a head injury. I don't think it's so good to hang me upside down.
Doc's back.
I'm going to get closer. What did you say?
You miss me?
No. But we do need you.
Go fuck yourself in the video.
Welcome back, Doctor. How does it feel to be among your friends?
What?
Your buddies, your pals, the rest of us.
How does
The
it feel to be
companions.
among us?
Like Hannigan is
Are
the
you
one.
all right? Have I missed something? Did we have a bonding
been knocked
experience
out
while I
for
gone?
approximately 16 hours.
That is very bad.
You missed Frey guzzling some slurry, baby.
We agreed not. We
I'm so-
agreed not to talk about it.
I'm sorry.
You agreed not talking about it. We did not.
I
Glizzy
told
guzzler.
you, not in front of the doc.
You just see
Did you? Like, I started
Cassius just
rifling in my
staring
pocket.
into nothing.
I'll put her down. Yeah. Well, that's. Do you think you can?
I love
stand?
how traumatic an experience that was
think
for
so.
everyone.
I'll put her down carefully.
So, I'm just gonna say, the longer you're unconscious, the more. And she sort of just tips over to the side.
I'm gonna see if I can quickly catch her before she falls.
Dice
over.
scan. No.
Oh. Natural 20.
Oh my god! Woo!
You do like do the the fucking tango.
Like
Ultra
still, like still.
Oh, fuck!
It's okay.
We're gonna get banned.
We didn't call anyone in. It's fine.
Oh,
he
no.
called him technically. He called himself. It's fine. We're all right.
what
It's
happened?
okay.
What?
We
We said the
It's
S
banned
word.
on Twitch.
What word?
It's the S word. You're not allowed to say it on
The S word.
It's fine. It's okay.
If you're Twitch looking at us right now, he said it's a Swedish word. It's another language.
It's
Svens.
true, yeah.
That is Svens.
The svenska.
Anyway,
That is actually a very good way of avoiding that.
not when you talk about it afterwards. Like, man, that was a good dodge.
No one's gonna notice.
Don't worry about it.
In the same.
Ignore what I say.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna say, as
I was waiting for the day we were gonna slip.
We all know I was the one that's gonna get us banned anyway. Like,
It's fine. We'll be fine.
okay.
yes, like so then hanging over like that arm, just going like the risk of head injury. Hi.
I was gonna be like, Hannigan,
Yes.
I think we need you over here.
I'm
gonna put her down carefully.
actually holding your medkit
Yeah.
because I norped it off of your dead body, and I'm gonna try to put some bandages around your head, and I go, little darling, you look so banged up. Why did you stand in front of the exploding wall, huh?
I'm just sitting there like, just no berries. Just please no berries.
I think he's all out. He chugged them himself.
I have not.
Do you have any
Yes, you did.
rats? Rats, could you give me a potion? And you see as my familiar, who is a rat, but it's the skeleton of a rat encased in slime, in like ooze. As it sort of immediately perks up, rifles to the closest person that has my healing potions on them, manipulates it with his paws to grab it, sort of sticks it into himself, and then scurries over to me. As I just sort of like lurks it out.
So wouldn't that potion be approximately the same size?
Yeah, about.
It has to expand its.
Like he
It's jelly.
Yeah,
It's
I
mean,
just
he's
like
jelly.
displaced slime.
He's a
Ever heard of
jelly rat.
Archimedes' principle?
A drat.
I'm gonna chug that potion.
With the rat on it. It's
Just
just
follows.
the mouth sticking out. The mouth of the bottle sticking out of its mouth. It's just like
He's like, I'm helping.
I'm
That's
helping
kind of
my master.
horrifying but adorable.
Yeah. Well,
Welcome
that is
to the
my
horror
warrior.
comedy that is this show. We are horror comedy.
I have a medical kit for you.
Oh, thank you.
I really feel like this is
Look,
a scary
I actually
movie.
have a similar one.
I know, it's yours. I
Oh.
took it.
Thank you.
It's my job.
You did take a fall, but your injuries does not seem physical.
Oh no.
No, you did not seem to have suffered any visible head trauma.
Oh well.
But you were still passed out.
It's almost as if we're all carrying around like internal trauma. Am I right?
We
I have
accrue
no idea.
some
you
internal
have
trauma.
no idea.
We have some internal
You
trauma.
have
We do.
no idea.
I have no idea what you mean. I am not in denial.
You have probably the most trauma of all of us, but none of us are a psychiatrist.
We tried to cast some detect magic and got mixed results.
So you didn't manage to work your magic around here.
Well, around here, but not around you.
All right.
I cut a guy in half.
Oh, well,
This
that's
just
very
in, folks. Cassius's magic
I-
doesn't work around Ada.
One of the Ascendant also turned themselves into...
I'm sorry.
We're not talking about it. We're not
Alright.
talking about it. We're not talking about it.
I-
We're not
They
talking
force-fed
about it.
I have
themselves into him.
questions. I'm sorry.
And then we provoked a horde of Hallowed
A horde.
in a
I'm-
massive cave.
I'll need a second. And Frey just kind of goes to the other side of the cave, and you just like out of eye shot, and you just hear screaming.
And then we met a cool guy.
See, when I said that we needed you,
Yes.
we really need you.
Ada, appreciate
I'm going to
an
look over. Is he gone?
He went around.
Yeah, you went.
Yeah,
You went
yeah.
way
You
away.
went- you
to
went
scream,
Took me a while
right,
of
right.
doing it.
Reasoning.
You got knocked out by some enemies who destroyed the wall that we fought off valiantly. During the end of the fight, however, the last enemy kind of just
Ascendant magician of some sort.
Ascended.
exploded into blood and gore and somehow went inside of
For which orifice?
The mouth.
Mouth.
Mostly
Yeah.
the mouth, yeah.
But we can at least confirm that it was not a normal consumption. They were absorbed somehow.
No spillage happened, which is quite
No,
quite interesting.
Okay, no spilling. Any sense of fullness?
No, not at
That
all.
is what I meant.
Isn't this exactly what I did last time?
Yeah.
We were making fun of it. How do you feel? How do you feel?
Yeah.
They were absorbed and not
No.
not through the stomach.
But
no,
he's not ascended, I think.
It's not. We're about to find out. Let's
Don't
see.
cut him
At
up.
this point, he
I do
comes-
not
he
sense
comes back.
anything.
Frey, Captain, how are you feeling?
I've been better.
All right, I understand that. Better as in,
The dwarf.
if you
have
were.
also listened to me just screaming.
They all gave you some very odd looks. The cook just gives you a thumbs up and like a sorrowful look of like stress relief. Man.
If you were to rate
Done some caveat.
on just hypothetically on a scale from 1 to 10,
I'll just look angrily at the
How?
others in the group and then go, we're in a bit of a situation here, Doc. We have an escort and we're heading into uncharted territory. Now might not be the time.
Talking about your feelings is always well timed.
I hate to say it, but the rogue has a point.
I'm a
On a
self-care
scale of 1
professional.
to 10, I would say I'm a solid 6.
I don't think you're a professional
Solid
with
6,
anything, to be
right.
honest. But
Look, I would
You
like
fake it
to
at
do a physical examination of you later on.
Like I assume you're doing this with like the scalpel like towards him.
Oh yeah,
Just gonna back off.
I'm actually. I meant to pull out my pen, but I grabbed the scalpel instead. So I'm just waving it out around. It's like yes, it's indeed.
We'll see.
It's for your own good. We need to rule out any form of metaphysical changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, we maybe not now is the time. All right.
I think, didn't you mention something about an eye?
An eye.
What part of we don't talk about this around the dock did you not understand?
He said something about an eye.
Could you describe the eye?
I did not agree to any such arrangement.
He generally doesn't agree. You should be used to this.
It's gonna take a second to like
You need people skills.
the eye came out of the sorceress, attached to some kind of vein is the best thing I can describe it as.
Vein, as in like pulsating vein or tentacle? Any?
I didn't pay that close attention.
Obviously not.
Wait, did that happen during the battle?
When
No,
it
it
comes to
didn't.
trauma
This
and
is the
stressful
horror part
situation,
of
it's
the-
not
the comedy.
strange that you don't fully like remember every single.
I love how it
I don't
goes.
expect you to either. Keep going.
And
Bunny? Horrified.
straight at me, it had a sort of red kind of outer layer with a yellowish iris.
Right.
I could, and he loses his posture for a little bit. He says I could feel it kind of staring into me in some way.
When you describe it, Hannigan points at the jello rat and goes,
Something like that, yes.
I'm just gonna click like with my tongue, like, and Rathu scurries closer. And when I say scurries, he's still figuring out how to walk. He's doing his best.
you know, I know that you can buy giant gummy rats.
Oh yes.
We should get one of them.
we should.
Yeah.
Rat you cam.
Have him.
Live
the
rap
corner.
you reaction.
Slap
We
it.
just shake him a little bit now.
Oh.
Wrath use a jello slime with a skeleton in those. So we'd have to like put bones and stuff into the
That's
jello.
fully possible. Trust me.
Okay, I will trust you and not ask any more questions about why.
You never
know
ask
that.
questions.
Sure.
All right. Look, I understand that you need to digest this a bit. I'm sorry. Forgive me. That was a poor choice of words. I understand that you need to take this in. Again, poor choice of words. You need to think about
You
this.
need to take this in portions. No.
Digest the information.
He's just
Yeah,
gonna like
just-
slam his
It's a lot
axe
to
into the
swallow.
ground and go, we're moving.
Oh yes, we are. What?
I'm sorry, I lost it.
It's a lot to
It's a lot to swallow. That kills me. Consider you just got like an
He's just
entire.
gonna walk straight
Whew.
past you, look at the two dwarf gods go. And keep like walking ahead with them.
Doc, we're marching into a hollowed nest to find treasure. Are you up for the challenge?
I've not been more excited for anything since I was 8.
You're a psychopath. I love it. Let's go. And then he
Is the sky red? Yes.
Is the sky red? You bet your ass it is.
You bet your asses.
Oh,
Okay, I just need to double check
Um,
some of these.
As it storms off, and the others, and you also, so I assume that you also start walking forward.
Yeah, I walked ahead
Yeah.
with the guards.
Ivor looks a bit conflicted, stares at you as you leave.
Mhm.
Then he just turns to Ida. That eye that he saw. I did not see any such thing during the battle.
I thought that might be the case.
And then after that, he walked on.
Everyone's going insane.
not Hannigan. Hannigan was already.
He's old.
insane.
Yeah.
You're just
And
All
Ivor is
those
also perfectly sane.
Ivor has a lot of issues.
That doesn't mean he's not sane. He's just very specifically sane in a very certain
He
interpretation.
thinks
he
he's
is-
sane,
Yes.
therefore.
Yeah, he is in.
Therefore,
Yeah.
No, clearly he's coping too well to be insane.
Yeah,
Copium.
Right.
So
Where do we go?
actually, Hannigan is gonna mention this to Ida. Ida, I got a question of the Scientological form.
Yes.
You're a Scientologist, yes?
I have been called worse,
All right. So
actually.
the flesh floor of a flesh cave.
Yes.
Does that still have nerve endings?
That would.
Because every time we've touched it, they all come running at us.
Thinking back to that time that I dissected the floor,
That's a sentence and a half.
because it's been
Yeah,
like
good
a
one.
solid
That's a
few days, roll me a crafting check.
all right, cool.
It's technically medicine, but you get to use crafting instead.
Skill feats.
Yes,
Class feats.
that's not great. Oopsie daisy.
Still might make it.
Still might make it. We'll see. Let's see.
God
my
damn it.
skills, crafting. That's a
guys-
13. Do I want to push my luck here?
I think we should save the fate rolls until we get crittered on.
Yeah.
Triggered, yes.
I know we're gonna get shittered on.
That will fail. However,
Spectacularly or less. So
well, actually, no. Wait, what's your?
I do have special like lore for Hallowed if I can like bring that into it somehow.
What's your? What's the modifier for? What would your roll have been with Hollow Lore?
It still would have been like +8 because it's intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Or-
So 13 as well.
so 13 as well, yeah.
Okay, but the DC is lower,
Yes.
so you do succeed that DC.
Ooh.
So the calling back on it as you cut into the sort of the skin
The meat
tissue.
of the subject.
Yeah, exactly. Getting to the bones of the issue. You notice that the structure of the sort of desiccated hollowed hive had remnants of both. It was as if it was a living organism.
Yeah.
Like a singular entity that grew across this section of area. But it also has weird sort of grafted, as if flesh can just be added to it and it will slowly grow into that.
Uh-huh.
The only thing you can really like compare it to.
There are
Oh.
certain plants like I think like apple trees and stuff where you can like graft onto.
like
And strawberries as well. I
Yeah, strawberries as well, where you
A
can
lot of
just graft
trees
different
can
things.
graft,
Yeah.
and it's very similar to that, where like it's grown into and then attached itself to and then continued to like live with it.
Remember to take a shot whenever flesh is grafted.
Do we really want to kill
The
our viewers?
grafted, anyway.
We came up
Graft
with a
these
whole
nuts,
like
anyway.
array of drinking game rules last time, but I can't remember them all.
We almost got a bingo card as well for every episode.
Prepare for
Yeah.
sudden shift
Oh,
of
we
music.
should
We really should do that.
we should get
Should. Oh my god.
I need to get us a subreddit.
Flesh crafting in the ball cave.
flesh. Does that mean that they can feel us freeballing in the flesh cave?
They probably can, yeah.
And that's the end of the campaign.
Let's start
Anyway,
the flesh
rocks
cave.
fall.
The cave, all of Adrenados collapses upon it. The whole city.
The city of Shad.
Campaign victory for Ivor!
Win condition!
That was a speed run. All right, moving on to the next installation of the video game.
Completely new cast next time.
New DLC. Anyway, new DM. Goodbye.
It's just us in different spots wearing each other's clothing.
Can I wear Pedro's clothing?
Yes.
That's not fair.
I think we have to switch them because all of the other people are too large.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but that just makes the whole thing funnier.
Yeah.
My clothes would probably fit you because I wear oversized as shit clothing.
Okay, let's stop talking about this for 2 seconds.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Anyway,
I'll wear no clothes instead.
Continuing.
Anyway,
They wouldn't see-
anyway, guys,
say
we're
that
moving
we
from
would
Twitch
be-
to OnlyFans.
we're gonna stream on Pornhub from now on. Anyway,
I know that's the thing.
Chatterbait.
That's a website that allows us to say the S word.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It also encourages free balling.
In the flesh cave.
We need to stop bringing that up, though. In
Yeah,
hopes that
probably.
someone will overlook it.
Oh god.
Moving on.
I scream. Jesus Christ. So,
How's the dwarfs coming along?
How did we get here?
the dwarfs are
Is that an existential question?
doing rather well.
Yes and no.
So we can't map cave this for all of you people at home. However, if you consider us being in here is one room. Across from that room is a scary cave with a bunch of hollowed. But it's also got treasure in it. So we're trying to like...
And wait, fuck.
Oh.
Say something. So okay, no, this bottom part.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So down here. So
This is the room we're heading into.
yeah, we are here. We're going to here. Here's a big door. Here's a barricade, and up here is the way we came from
Get
originally.
up the mind, y'all.
The only thing I can think about is you two holding 2 things like this and then just going this.
I thought we were moving on! You guys,
I'm sorry.
our mind is in the gutter, and it has been since before the stream.
Everyone knows this.
I'm not gonna lie.
Knows
While they were doing that, I was having a panic attack because the stream on Twitch wasn't loading, and I was like, "Did we get banned?" My heart fell, but it loaded. It's fine. We're good. Oh, okay.
That would have been the fastest banning of my life. I would have been proud of myself.
Honestly, yeah. I would have been very sad though because we were almost at 60 followers.
The thing is, Twitch does jack shit.
True.
Jack.
Let's not talk shit about
Let's
the
not-
that
let's
might
not.
miss the fact that we
Let's
said
not
that
talk
word. Let's
trash
continue.
about our patrons.
Ooh.
We
Anywho,
don't have pay.
so the dwarves have been preparing for a while
Classical sort of patrons,
since you
know,
guys told them your plan.
not-
They seem on board with the idea of pushing. My bad. Pushing into an area that they only got to like briefly look into, and they only kind of know where something should be in that area, but they don't know the specifics. They do know that there is a treasury there that they're willing to share with y'all, as long as it's not anything of historical value to them. They're mostly after historical value. They don't really care about money right now. They seem to be military, directly under an organization and not mercenaries.
To be fair, I think the main thing to be gained from this is actually not the physical items,
No.
but instead the soul gems that you can basically sell. Like the insides of the hollowed are worth a lot of money.
We're also looking for flesh pearls, right?
Yeah. Which are in the hanging sacks and pustules of meat around the
Flesh.
flesh cave. When I designed this, I was like, man, the vocabulary around this is gonna suck. And
So if this is the flesh cave, there are flesh pearls up here. Hanging down, kind of.
I thought you... Jesus, I thought you were going to do that fucking thing.
but
You must commit. If you do
it
a
is the way it
walk-off,
is.
then you have to commit.
It is
Walk off. It's not that far for you.
Mr. DM.
Okay, I have a solution. I have a solution. We just call.
Thank you.
I have a solution. We just call the campaign Geiger inspired, and then it's
Yes.
fine.
H.R. Geiger.
I
was
did
a
actually
very-
play a little bit of Scorn earlier today, and I spent a solid 40 minutes walking around with a hand, not knowing what the fuck I was supposed to do with it. I was just carrying some dude's arm, and I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Okay, back,
It's just a helping
back
hand.
to the game.
Back to the game. I will say, the aesthetic is very similar to what I'm going for.
It's giving.
It is very
So
much
it
there.
is Geiger inspired.
A bit, yeah.
That-
I didn't realize it until I actually looked at a lot of his stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah. That's pretty much what I'm going for. That's
we have artistic license to, do the whole very liberated spherical objects in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot of gross carvings and graftings and stuff. It's very
So-
like,
yeah.
Anyway, should we do the whole game thing?
yeah.
No, apparently not.
Get back
But,
to gaming. So the you guys end up getting your stuff together. The dwarfs are the vast majority of them are arming themselves. The geomancer, however, is not going to join you. He seems to be staying behind by two others, leaving you with, I believe, 9 dwarfs total. The
I thought
commander.
we had 2 with us. 9's a lot. Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't
That bodes
spoken much.
very poorly.
That bodes very poorly, yeah.
Very ill. That we have 9 dwarves with us. That scares me.
Yeah, that's kind of like getting like 7 health potions before you enter a boss fight, and you're like,
Yeah, it's like, why is there a save point in front of this?
right here. Huh?
All this ammo. Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, a merchant right before this large looming door. Wow.
Yeah, but the geomancer, I haven't spoken much to him, right?
No.
Because I went down,
Yeah.
right? What is his name again?
Grigori? No,
No, that's the marshal.
he was never named, I believe.
Oh, right.
Serosh.
Sarosh.
Zerosh.
Serosh.
But he didn't seem to speak common, I believe.
Well, luckily for him, I speak Dwarvish.
You're the one who speaks Dwarvish.
I am the
Yeah,
one who speak
because-
Dwarvish.
I'm the dwarf here.
I have. Hannigan said, "Oh, you're a dwarf," and every time you said, "I am not a dwarf. I hate dwarves. Fuck dwarves." So
Yeah, but he's still a dwarf. He might
I will say,
reject that
you
part,
can
but he's,
speak to these people in Dwarvish, but their dialects.
Yeah, like the dialect.
There's some stuff that
regional
misses each other.
differences.
Yeah, it's like the difference between someone from like Wales speaking English to someone northern. Like, there's a lot that just gets missed.
Yeah.
You're speaking the same language, but it sure as fuck don't sound like it.
Yeah, I'm just going to thank them and
It's like the difference between here and Malta.
yeah. done.
Like, no one understands that.
Have they been here before?
These people.
Yeah.
You mean in the
Have you been here before?
unexplored area?
Yeah, I asked them like to explore, like if they've been around these like parts before, like these dwarves.
One of them will speak up and go, "We've been in the area once, twice. Dangerous over there. Not much to find. Haven't been able to get to the treasury yet. We've been focused on artifacts."
And you are looking for like my character, like she doesn't speak fluent.
Yeah.
So like it is shitty.
Yeah.
So her dwarvish is very heavily like slightly distorted. So she's just going like, all right. What are you looking for? Is there anything that do you want our help?
The rifleman that you've been speaking to points at the sphere of stone that the geomancer seems to be standing around, who currently has his hands on it like this and an ear to it, and occasionally he seems to like shift and like change where he's touching at any point and listening to this weird artifact. I might have accidentally touched your screen.
It's okay. No.
Where he's like hugging this sphere and like putting an ear to it. He points at that and goes,
Oh, you're looking for
"Already found artifact,
all right.
but
I was gonna say affection.
we're looking for love." All of us are
Looking for love in the flesh cave.
We just keep getting back to
Oh my god!
Can I ask what kind of dwarves do we have with us? All like foot soldier units? Ranged like
8 of them. They're all of the dwarfs that you've seen here that have been working here, other than Serosh and the marshal, have been
And me.
riflemen. And you have been riflemen. They all carry arquebuses.
Okay, so the people who were with us are riflemen as well.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna make sure that I stand in front of them. They're directly behind me, and the party kind of follows along after them so that they get the first shot if anything happens.
You want to be in front of the rifle.
Yes.
Okay.
I refuse to lead from the back.
This is why you
front
flirt.
of
They are military trained person. They can avoid shooting a person straight in front of them.
Someone who will stand by your side is the marshal. He has a sword and shield.
Okay, cool.
mace.
Misa rogue, and Misa wants
All right.
scouts.
You want? Yeah. Okay.
Can Misa scout stealth?
Okay, kitten. You can scout stealth.
Oh well. Can I get a dice cam number 4?
Dice cam number 4.
Yes, that's the one. Rolling forward. Oh, let's see if we straighten this out. It's a 2.
Oh, that was so close.
It was cocked. Should I re-roll it?
No.
Yeah, I would re-roll.
Since you had to shift it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's way better. That's a 23 total.
Yeah, that's a success.
Because I'm pretty good at sneaking. That's
22. Like, it's one line song.
So, as you are going to scout ahead real quick. And again,
on the tippy toe.
you're not bringing a light source with you because that would give you away.
Yeah, no, I feel like he's just freestyling it.
Yeah,
So far, he's just been like walking alongside the wall and being like,
it's mostly keeping an ear out, if anything. You eventually, like, the party does leave the barricade and it, marshal out, take formation. At least the military soldiers take formation. They look around, scout. You notice one thing immediately, by the way, before you begin scouting. The hollowed that you slayed are missing. The only thing left on the ground is bloodstains from where both you have sustained damage and they have.
I don't like that.
That's it. There's nothing else in this room other than the darkness of the variation of shade.
That feels a little bit ominous.
Eaten by their own kind, I suspect.
That wouldn't be entirely out of character for them.
Do they have funeral practices?
Since you
Definitely
have
not.
60 feet of dark vision,
No, I have infinite range of dark vision.
Because it's regular vision.
Yes.
I have to remember. It feels so weird. Anyway,
It makes sense.
it does make sense, but like,
This is optical vision.
Yeah.
My vision stops at 60 feet. I cannot see any further in this darkness.
whatever.
Infinite dark vision.
Look, I can't see that far at night either. Fuck off.
That's because you don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Even at day, I can't see that far. That's why I've got these.
Last gang.
Anyway,
Last gang. Let's go.
anyway, since you have dark vision, you can see. Although it is in black and white, I still believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do notice a sort of a much darker patch closest to the barricade, as in like of the flesh section of this room, or the grafted section of this room. It becomes there's a section that is darker closest. You don't seem to recall that patch being there.
I go over and investigate.
You poke it with a stick.
It is fresh.
I'll notice this right away.
Right.
Like we're talking
Absorbed, perhaps.
on the day type fresh. It's still like drying.
Oh, so they've taken their like dead people flesh and made it a new section of their city flesh.
Or it's been like absorbed into it somehow.
Yeah. Why don't we just
Can I
leave?
can I
Like,
can I just take my scalpel and I'm going to sort of like put on gloves, take the scalpel and sort of like just cut in the right where like it grafts together. And like just see like is it like are there like blood vessels or is there anything like keeping it actually going through it, like growing from the previous flesh to the new?
The moment your scalpel cuts through skin, it begins to bleed.
Right. But that's not the same reaction is not elicited if I cut in the dry old one.
It is still.
It's still bleeding.
It seems to flow a lot quicker here, though.
Oh. Can I tell anything that seems to be like nerve endings, like nerve tissue?
There is a sort of. It's precisely where it's grafted. If you can give me a crafting check just to see This won't be so much as a thing that's like fail or success. This is a scale.
All right. Right.
That's pretty good.
That's an 11 plus 8.
It's 19.
Yeah, that's 19, yeah.
Okay. So what you notice immediately is this is weird. Kind of outside of your expertise in the sense that it's not a person and this functions completely differently. Its anatomy is it's floor.
I've seen like hollowed.
Yeah.
But this is carpet hollowed.
Pretty much, yeah.
This is
It's
wallpaper
weird.
hollowed.
But cutting into it, you notice how there's like a sort of almost like a tendrily as you sort of separate where it's grafted, you notice that some parts kind of come undone as if it wasn't finished.
Yeah, it's like it's
connecting.
like healing. It's like the different stages of like wound closure.
Yeah.
It's like when you open a scab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And within this wound, you notice that there are like, there are veins and there's also like tissue, fiber, and other things trying to like pull it together. Because there's some of it's taut as it sort of like opened.
As I'm doing this, I'm just excitedly commenting on like, okay, so incision about 13 centimeters. It's connecting quickly and essentially just rattling out like, okay, I can see these types of tissues and this. Look, hey, come over here. Look at this.
I'm already over here.
I want to remind everyone that while she's torturing the flesh floor,
It's
I am
wall.
further down the cave trying to sneak. I'm getting closer to the
I will end off that
Hope I don't die.
the where you cut from, that's beginning to heal
Yeah,
and close itself up.
I'm gonna note down the like seconds that it takes.
Try burning it and see if it
It's
stops.
very quick. We'll get to you before that happens. The riflemen have set up shop pretty much right behind you guys and are kind of waiting, but they're noticing that you are experimenting. Several of them look disgusted. A few of them look horrified, and several of them are like looking up at the rafters, I guess.
Is there anyone that looks like they're interested in this shit?
There is a grim, like, necessity look on the marshal's face. Like, someone has to do that, and I thank fuck it's not me.
I like that.
It's like watching a plumber do your work. It's like, oh, thank fuck it's not me. I could do that, but thank God it's not me.
Right.
You can do the work of a plumber? That's very impressive.
Very impressive.
It's a high skill job.
It actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. But I was more meaning like if you were someone who could do plumbing, and then you see someone else do it, you're like, thank fuck
I'm
that's not
so
me.
happy. Out of all of the people we've turned away from this, plumbers will stay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
happy about
We
it.
fucking love plumbers.
We defend
Eternal demographic.
Defend plumbers here.
their jobs are awful and they're not paid enough.
If plumbers have 100 fans, I'm one of them. If they have 10 fans, I'm one of them. If they have one fan, I am that fan. I will never stop loving plumbers.
Yeah, see, the thing is, who else is going to save the Koopa Kingdom? Because, goddamn, it's not Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
You guys, we've already been over this.
We did this exact argument pre-stream. This exact bit we did.
Flesh
Mushroom
Cave
Kingdom, here I come.
Honestly, it made me feel better about my own voice acting, to be completely honest. as well.
I mean, he's being paid millions. I mean,
Yeah, I wish I was. So, the Hannigan sneaks off, and there's the uncomfortable sensation of the floor not being solid. However, you notice that, in particular, there doesn't seem to be anything that stirs, and you reason that one of the reasons why you might have triggered enemies before isn't because of stepping on this, it was likely because you weren't sneaky enough. Because now you've adjusted to being able to walk on this without making it squelch, without hitting the occasional bone that rattles other piles of bones that is on top of this floor. You've kind of adjusted to sneaking on this surface, pretty much. It's gross, but like...
doesn't like it. Like, I fucking hate my job.
Imagine trying to steam clean this anyway.
I've been through sewers, man. This sucks.
It's not fun. Going through the corridor, the ground level is quite barren, other than piles of bones that have kind of been like shunted to the corners and kind of like built into makeshift pillars that kind of build upon the existing pillars of this building. Because you're not going through a cave so much as an actual building, as this is a structure.
But that's kind of interesting. Didn't the Ascended come this way?
No,
No?
they came
Only
through
hollows.
they made a path.
I think someone, I'm not sure if it's Triss, so we might not know this in game. Someone made a point of the Hollowed and the Ascended not really getting along.
Yeah,
the same
them
way.
We've seen
having different areas.
Yeah.
I think it's more like this is an actual building that has been fleshed over.
Yes.
Okay.
It has been like fleshed out.
Very developed.
Because this is the Dwarven Hall, and then they've grafted onto the hall, basically, and taken over the stonework. So basically anything under the skin is unsalvageable. If there was artwork on the walls, it is now not art. It is wall.
It's wall art.
Wall art. Walmart. That's where that's where it began.
Walmart.
People don't know that,
Is
but that's where
A
beef jerky comes from.
grafted demigod. God of the Outer Plains. Anyway.
Yes.
Hannigan. You know that you haven't been spotted because there's no screaming. And you don't hear the popping of the
Let's see.
hollowed pustules. I can't say anything,
Yes.
y'all. I get bullied for anything.
Keep going. Just toss it over.
It's dark in here. There's no natural light. The hollowed themselves seem to have dark vision as well. You don't notice, looking up at the ceiling, that there are a lot of hanging pustules, though a lot of them are like not entirely round because some of them have exploded already, and they're kind of like left fleshy sort of residue out. It's horrific, to be completely honest. It is a terrifying vistage to witness. If it isn't for the fact that you've kind of already dealt with this a little bit by now, there would have been saving throws involved here. But you steel yourself, you look around, you don't see anything, but there is the occasional bit of movement on the ceiling. They don't seem to have noticed you or spotted you at all. You are safe. And there are two sort of enter a space where there's because you come out through the main hall, a main hall area that then goes into a smaller hallway that's about maybe 20 by 20. More like 30, because it's like a 5 foot. The pustules take up 5 feet of space. There are two paths that go like this, like it goes into a T-junction, and then there's one door that has been, you can kind of vaguely make out that it's a door just due to the shape that sort of sticks out of the flesh, because the door itself stuck out a little bit, so it left an impression, because they tried to keep an even layer of this stuff on the ground. So it's
Looks
left
are important
it's left a
when you're
door.
dressing your castle in flesh.
Yeah, but like it just left an impression on in the wall. Whereas the other one is only partially covered. The doors are. It seems like they are still working on that area because it becomes a little scarce.
The doors are stone?
These doors are, yeah.
Right.
The one
can I
on
have a
the-
dice cam?
Yes.
I'm going to save against my own DC. So I'm going to save against my own greed.
Oh,
Sorry. Oh,
That is, I think, good enough because my DC is around 23. That is a 22. My DC is... Oh, it doesn't show. It does show.
16?
Yeah, it's 18. 'cause
18.
It goes off of my... I save. And I say... I know it's there. I try to take mental note of the area.
Yeah.
Is there any place where these guys could post up and have like range to shoot but not be ambushed from behind?
You would have to run around the corner towards the treasury and then aim away from it. Because in this T-junction, this part of the wing, so going into it from the right, one day I will have maps. But going in from the right, it is entirely grafted. Like there is no stone poking through. Whereas when you go to the left, there's a good bit of it, and then it sort of thins out, and then it stops entirely.
So I'm
By around about halfway through the door. So there's only like tendrils of like veins basically on the stone door. On
So
one half of the stone door.
he's probably gonna. He knows better, sadly, than to try to heist this and try to sneak in.
If you had a bag of holding, that might be different.
And he. Can I have one, please? Heavens.
Maybe?
I mean, you sort of
100
almost do.
hollow. No.
The
He's
bread
gonna
bag.
start sneaking back. But yeah, he's gonna start moving back. To hoping to meet the others
Yeah.
and to describe the situation.
Have you all waited for him to come back? Or have you tried to begin?
Last we were still talking about dissecting the wall.
Yeah, I've been conducting a few experiments.
Yeah.
while Hannigan was away. So amongst other things, I have tried putting acid after cutting up the wedge there
Yeah.
to putting acid there and see.
It seems particularly resistant against acid.
Particularly okay, interesting. And then I also use fire on it to try.
Okay.
No.
I would like,
Yeah.
as she's doing these experiments, are you sure it can't feel you do that?
That is what I'm trying to figure out. If anything happens, if it reacts, then we'll know it can feel us.
God,
Just stay on your guard.
This,
you can just stay behind the guards.
The flames don't quite. They behave like you would expect, like pushing a fire onto someone, where like it reacts the exact same way.
Like, does it like try to shrivel up and like try to get away from the flame somehow?
It doesn't seem to, no.
All right, no, it's
And can you roll me another crafting check for medicine?
yes, I may. Also,
Because there's
I
an
hate
observation
that you roll
down here.
something. Okay, cool.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. he
Don't
says.
worry
Or
about
lore
They say.
hollowed. Remember that you have.
Yeah, hollowed lore
which
would
of
also.
there, I can take that. All right. That's an 18.
So with an 18, you notice that you sort of piece it together as you're testing. You know, you've cut it, you've tried acid on it, you've tried burning it. It doesn't seem to react because, sort of similar to how if you were a enormous creature, a tiny nick wouldn't do much to you. You
No.
would barely feel it. It's a possibility that you are cutting between the nerves, so to speak,
Yeah.
on a grander scale.
I'm just going to like turn around with like this grin on my face, hold aloft my bloody scalpel, and just sort of go, gentlemen,
She's gone mad.
there is a possibility
Gone.
of us being surrounded by a creature,
Thank God the
by an
gods don't
entity.
that language.
You mean that this, flesh on the wall is
I
a
mean,
being?
I mean nothing. I can only theorize. But my hypothesis that I'm working from currently is that this thing, it's one. It's a single entity spreading out.
You guys know when hippies say like, "We are all one.
There's
The Earth is one."
Yeah, there's
That's the thing.
actually a because Sir Arthur Conan Doyle didn't only write Sherlock Holmes. He also wrote a lot of like science fiction, and there is a short story called "The Day the Earth Screamed," which is exactly about like someone drilling into the earth because they're trying to prove that the earth is a creature, a singular organism, and then it shrieks and screams, and then everyone knows. It's a fucked up story, guys.
That's a little bit strange, isn't it? I don't like it.
I mean,
Like-
I'll admit it's a bit odd, actually.
I would like to know or like to preface that the name of this episode is quite apt.
What is the name of this episode?
Heartfelt fear.
Great.
Oh, okay.
Ida
I
is
seem to have
genuinely
avoided notice. Possibly nothing could happen to me while I'm sneaking back to my friends.
You hear a strange sound as you come back. It's very faint, but you hear just a very faint.
All right.
It seems very slow, and it's more like a. You don't hear it quite like that close. It's very faded. It's very like that was very faded.
Yeah.
You can't really. You just feel more of a pressure that increases and then decreases, increases and decreases every now and then. But it's hard to tell.
I'm
what
gonna
it
drop
is.
caltrops on the ground
Okay. It's behind you.
behind me.
Okay. Good enough.
Because
Oh, you're Hansel and
If
Gretel
something's
this?
gonna chase you,
if something's gonna chase me,
Oh.
something just pulsated like a.
Thomas,
I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Something pulsated, and I don't like it. I'm gonna drop caltrops.
I'm proud of you, Pedro.
I thought you were gonna Hansel and Gretel your way of like dropping breadcrumbs.
I will say that there are details that you've missed because you can't see in the dark.
Oh yeah, I'm fully aware.
Yeah.
I should probably join you in scouting in the
Just
future.
alone
Can
in
you
the
see-
No,
dark.
because I'm.
Yeah, I've done it multiple times.
The difference is I am very stealthy. You are okay stealthy. The
Yeah,
reason I'm
I
doing it is
could
I
be-
won't die.
Well, I
If one of you
can
can
get
see.
plus 10 stealth if I turn into a ferret.
Ah, that's true.
Can ferrets
Please
see in the
then you
dark?
lose-
step aside. Cassius has +1.
You guys have plus?
You should have some decks at least.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, thank fuck.
Yeah, I assume that he will continue making his way to camp.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing
Actually, I'm
seems
gonna
to
drop
actually chase.
marbles if that's okay,
Yeah. That's,
because then they have a chance of falling prone, which is way more useful.
you don't hear anything
I-
running though.
I have played Slay the Spires very recently. The heart doesn't really move.
True, but the little babies do, and marbles gives them vulnerable for the first round of combat.
Very
So-
true, very true.
That is good time for any good OTK deck like the Silent to kill them.
Are you basing
Yeah.
all your strategies on the run you did in fucking Slay the Spire?
I mean, they're solid strategies if you're good at the game, unlike me.
I'm a Shiv build, baby. Let's go.
Oh
I
my god, a
love
shiv bill
shiv
is the
builds.
best.
It builds, except for that one boss that's like, oh, you've played 12 cards, it's my turn. Bitch!
Except that bitch.
Fucking hate
Timekeeper.
that bitch.
Mhm.
Ah, yeah.
Right.
Everyone hates the snail.
Sure.
Oh my
Po-
Yeah,
poison
all-
ones are also kind of.
So,
Yeah, but
you make
Slay
it
the
back.
Spire, am I right?
yes.
Nothing seems to chase you.
Right. Yeah, and as you return to the cave, you see that I was going to asking Ida, that rambling you do when you do your work, is it for your own benefit or are you used to someone taking dictation?
I just like talking to myself. Yeah, I'm a very good listener.
When the terrorist has high perception,
Hey, you guys.
good insight.
Oh, Hannigan.
Yeah, because
Hey,
I cannot lie for shit. My charisma is shit. So
I
like,
heard
it's
a
so
heartbeat.
obvious.
to the beat of the drum. No, sorry. I heard the heartbeat
The beat of the drum.
I'm sorry.
inside.
You heard what?
No,
Where?
no, like not like a single height, but more like the walls simultaneously, very, very faintly, did a heartbeat.
I'm
How
just
long
gonna look
ago?
at the doctor and go,
Like
No.
just a few moments ago, and I'm
No.
just gonna preface this by asking,
That would be the doctor, yes.
while I'm inside of the Hollow's Nest, you guys are fucking around with the living walls.
So my current working hypothesis is that the living walls is one. It's a singular creature, and if you have found a heart,
No, I don't think I found a single heart. It's more like the whole thing did a you know what I mean?
almost like you were sort of in.
Like
In a
inside of a
region.
throat.
Yeah,
They heard a heartbeat through the throat's walls.
yes. Well, I presume that it's not an actual heart. It has something that provides a similar function to a heart. If you
Or the entire flesh is all heart muscle.
Oh, like
Could
a
be
worm. Worms don't have a single height. They have several that is like distributed.
well,
Great school biology, you guys.
certain types of cells can generate their own. I suppose you could call it spark of sorts.
Yeah.
Pumps around. I'm impressed that you know that.
Well,
Ivor kind of calls himself. Wait, shit. I should not. Then he has to shut up.
so
Breaking his own ideology.
there's a few things. There's a big grand hall over there. Lots of sex, pearl sacks on the ceiling.
What?
Pearl sacks with the pearls inside of
Oh
the
yes, all right.
Yeah,
Oh, of
cool,
course. Naturally.
You
That's
heard
what you-
something else?
No, that's exactly what I heard. I
Yeah, I make
kind of
myself.
echo in this cave, you know what I mean? It's,
Yeah, it's a lot, and there's a lot of movement. So let's be a bit of ginger while we go in there, a little bit calmly, a little
Oh.
softly.
Of course. And you see how like Ida's just practically like bouncing of excitement. Like she's very giddy.
I see how the rest of the troops that are with us get more and more worried the happier we get.
Like
They're reloading their rifles.
yeah, like folding together her like her
Um,
gloves. Grabs her like doctor's bag because it's one of those satchel thingies. Let's be clear. And then she pulls up a it's like a cone shape.
Yeah.
It's one of the olden time thingies where you listen to.
I would like real quick for everyone to give me perception checks, just so that I have them on.
No worries.
Perception checks or passive
Lord in
perception?
heaven.
Perception checks in particular.
Right.
I need you to roll.
Should we have any form of dice scanning?
No, it's fine.
Oh.
Because we're all doing a bunch.
Oof, okay.
15.
Perception, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus.
What are we looking at?
23.
23?
26.
15.
7?
23.
I'm not looking for anything.
27.
If it's for initiative, I would like to use my stealth.
Yeah.
What's your dex?
23.
Your dex, if you're
Mine.
23. Yeah.
My dex is +2, but it's perception.
It's
perception
modifier.
All right, perception modifier itself. All right.
Which I
All right.
believe is still
And
you.
your modifier is
+4.
right. Then
Mine is
I'm
8.
going.
So it's me, you.
Wait, are all you the same?
Yeah, I got 23 from the stealth. That's the one I'm using.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
And technically my modifier would be 10 even, but like
right.
I have the highest modifier here.
Are we fighting the walls?
So it'd be Ivor, Hannigan, or Hannigan, Ivor. Well, after you. You're first.
In a theoretical battle, guys, which is not gonna happen, am I right?
No, of course.
We're just rolling to see how the general vibe is.
How could we already
Vibe
like,
check.
I can't believe Steve
The
Jobs.
walls of flesh. Vibe check.
I will say my favorite moment from last session was when someone says, "That's just the theory," and then both of you, with one voice, goes, "A game theory," and it was so good.
Yeah, like you have heard Matt Pack's voice so many times.
Such a
that you
shit
just
fucking show.
it's a reaction.
Yeah, it's
right
just
now.
it's just programmed
It's
into
a
your
good
DNA.
catchphrase too, like
It is,
unironically.
Yeah, it is, but he's such a shit person. Anyway,
What? You don't like Matt Pack?
I have no
nah,
idea.
not anymore.
Of him as a
Matt
person.
Pat's supposed to be a dickhead to work with.
Yeah.
He's one of those people.
Heard the same.
It's like Todrick Hall. No one who has worked with Todrick Hall likes him, except
I just want to point out that we are a small stream. Let's not pick fights.
no.
Fight,
Let's pick fights. Todrick Hall, meet me out.
All
You mean-
We are at this address.
Denny's parking lot at 5 a.m.
I will lose a fight to Todrick Hall.
All media attention is good attention.
Exactly.
Oh, the classic.
No, it isn't.
Right.
It is.
The
Now,
right
for
wing
us.
strategy.
Great.
Anyway, you put a listening horn to the or sort of like a sound amplifier
Yeah.
they usually use to listen for heartbeats, as well as like the swallowing action of
Yeah.
sounds.
Like, yeah.
But you put it to the flesh, and you do actually hear a faint, like, it's very faint because it has to travel so far,
Yeah.
but you hear the telltale flow of blood, the pulse of something.
Can I just say that I would walk up to you and say, okay, I need a few words in Dwarven here. Aim, fire, fall back.
I guess.
It's
Сука, блядь,
no, it's yes. Well, Suka, yeah, exactly. Fire is just it's fire, and then fuck off. No, it's
Fire, fuck off.
it's bugger off. It's bugger off. Fuck off is what you yell to the enemy when you
They
it's
just
a-
say the word fuck in different ways.
I just like to imagine that was the language equivalent of going, like, taking English, putting an O at the end of it, and saying this is now Spanish.
Fire-o.
Fire-o!
Piero!
It's Spanish.
Whatero!
Fucking hell. That's such an
melon?
American thing to do.
We are currently losing the Spanish population.
Oh, they're
I
fine,
am
they're
the
used
Spanish
to it by now.
population.
You are the Spanish. Yes, hence one.
We only have the one. And your mom. Does your mom
Every
watch this?
episode.
Stop dropping your shit.
And they're so pretty.
Does that mean we have the O card?
No.
O card? You have the G card for
You know,
Gusano.
Watero?
Fire,
Fire,
yeah,
O.
true. You can say the G word, which is Gusano.
I got it.
Oh
That's
my
your
God.
dice.
Only
Right,
to
you
political
fellas.
opponents.
All right, you fellas.
So-
what do I hear?
Just gonna double check the time. Okay, we have just enough time to start before we go on break.
Start
Already.
one.
Wow.
Do you begin to advance?
After all
Yes.
that?
No.
Yes,
We'll leave.
I'm following. I'm following the flow of blood.
Okay. So following the flow, eventually you come to a spot. I'm going to assume that
I've got the dudes kind of advancing just behind, or maybe even in front of the doctor.
I would like to be right behind all of the.
Yeah.
all 9
Yeah.
riflemen.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I
Or
imagine
8. There would be 8 riflemen.
I
and
imagine we
one
got
marshal.
2 rows of 4.
Yeah.
So they kind of like switch out. With
Yeah.
the
Can I be in the
equipment.
middle of those?
No, because they have a formation.
Yeah.
You
Could
could
do dwarf. You can just
I
stand
know
behind
they
him.
have a formation, but like I am pretty small, dude. I
Dude.
probably fit.
Cassius, they're dwarves. You can just stand behind them.
You
No,
can't
no.
hide behind
He-
them because they are shorter than
He
you.
wants
have
to
them.
save his own hide, not shoot anything else. He just wants to be covered all around him by flesh, like.
Yeah, then don't
Well,
stand.
he got his
All
way.
around by
He got his way.
True.
You are completely surrounded by flesh right now.
see. This is
Hot.
what you don't wish on like cursed objects.
Yeah. Because it's
First
like,
object is the stream.
hey, I want to be surrounded by
Maybe the cursed object was we all along.
me,
The friends we
flesh
made.
game.
The friends. It's canon now as well.
No,
We're all
it is
friends.
not
It is,
canon.
it's
We're
canon.
It's the
associates.
acquaintances we make along
But
the
we're
way.
friends.
Oh,
The associates on the way.
In her unconscious, we are friends.
Yes.
Because we're the only ones who actually had a conversation with her for at least 2 years.
That hasn't
I
betrayed her.
Yeah.
Wow, the tread.
Hannigan is gonna stick on the side of the soldiers.
Yeah.
Ready to like. Actually, no. Hannigan would be because he is stealth, correct?
Yeah.
So he would be ahead of the soldiers. I think he would be the furthest ahead even.
Yeah. You kind of stick to the wall itself
Mhm.
in order to sort of blend in as well as you can.
I was also kind
The
of upfront.
deeper you get into it, the more developed things begin to become. Now that there is light being brought into here, you notice that the floor has shifted. It grows slightly thicker, and there are now like the occasional pieces of bodies sticking out of it that twitch every so often, like an arm or a leg. The occasional half of a face with an eye that seems glossed over, but it moves around. There are the occasional sort of half embedded bodies in the wall itself. Like as you're sneaking along it, a hand goes like that, and you're like a dangling arm. It's like
I quit the game. I Alt F4.
Alt F4 goodbye. That would have been me if this was an actual horror game. No, thank you. I've been like, fuck this. Goodbye. I'm leaving. Fuck that. Anyway,
Why did you play Scorn in that case?
what?
Why did you try and play Scorn in that case?
I don't fucking know. It wasn't that scary. It was just like, ooh. Anyway, you get about to the halfway point where you're just before the T junction that separates the area. That's when you begin to hear popping.
I cast Magic Fang.
You're like, you begin to hear popping, and then movement as creatures begin to move and shift. However, there's one sound that catches you all off guard, and that is a screech that is so loud you can't hear it.
I don't like these guys. They suck,
The-
man.
Walls and the floor undulates, twitches and wreathes beneath you, as almost like the person that's screaming is this chamber. And I need everyone to make will saves.
Right.
Right.
Collective will
I'm
saves for
making a
them.
will save to not.
That did.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, Marshall's good.
I get 27. I'm pretty good. Pretty good.
16.
16.
14.
13.
What did you get, Han, again?
What joy is this?
I had 26.
27?
Yeah.
And the second highest is 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone who rolled beneath 18,
Okay.
give me your soul.
Just one away from critic.
You have you begin with frightened 2.
Right.
However, the dwarfs, the riflemen, crit failed.
Oh.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit. Okay.
Oh,
The marshal succeeds. Those who succeeded are fine. They seem to manage to stave off the frightened effect. I think I'm going to stick with this music.
Are we frightened 4?
2.
No, 2.
Oh my god.
You had frightened 2 before, I think, or something.
I
But
was-
it would have run out by now, so it's specifically frightened 2.
Okay. That's not great.
So what happens?
Keep in
I forgot to add the riflemen to the initiative. So that puts them there, and right before that is going to be the marshal. So how this is going to work is you guys are facing too many enemies for me to be able to do individual health pools. You are instead going to basically fight a boss creature of multiple beings. I'm pooling health.
Just after the boss creature is failed fight. Great.
This is
It was a very
forgiving.
filling experience last time.
It's a target-rich environment.
It is a very target-rich environment. As several hollow begin to drop from the ceiling.
oh god.
Most of them seem to be sort of very emaciated grunts and several sort of like slightly buffer creatures, but like the weaklings have dropped. Relative weaklings. The riflemen are terrified. They crit failed. And at the top of the turn is Cassius. And the way this works is that if there's a target you can hit, which there are, you can hit, and I'll pull damage.
Why am I top of the round?
Didn't you roll a 27?
No, he did.
No, I got
He
it.
had 23.
Yeah, but I
His
rolled,
stealth was 23.
Yeah, I rolled what was it? 13?
I thought you rolled a 23.
Oh no, you rolled
Or
26.
27.
No, I didn't.
No, you said something, but like
Yeah, because you were asking about his roll, and I said
Oh,
okay,
what
yeah.
did you roll then?
13.
13. Okay. Move everything then. God damn it.
Sorry.
Oh.
Fuck. Because I'm pretty sure somebody can correct me, but I think I pointed at him and said,
Yeah.
It is
Dead.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. And then That puts you there and you there. Then it's M, and then it's F, H, A. There we go. Whew.
Right, by the way, did my preemptive magic fang, does that count?
I'll say no, just because the screech is just too distracting.
But this was before the screech.
Yeah, no, he said it as soon as it started.
The popping.
Before the street. Yeah, when the popping, he was like,
Yeah, whatever. We'll go for it.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then it's Hannigan who's on top. Because it was you had the highest modifier, and then it was Ivor. Then
Dave dropped, correct?
Yeah.
All right, I don't have marbles. I'm the furthest ahead. Do I think that they will run at me?
They seem to be poised to run after anything they can see.
Can they see me?
Not yet, no. Because they're up against the wall.
Hannigan is going to lift his baton to parry any incoming attacks.
Mhm.
Then he's going to delay an action to strike anything that spots him and comes into range.
Okay.
However, he will... Actually, wait. I am ahead of them in initiative.
Of the hollowed?
Yeah?
No.
Of the hollowed, no.
No.
Then that's what he's going to do. He's just going to stand there, be ready to protect himself, and ready to snap at anything that notices him and goes forward to strike him.
Yeah. If that's the case, Ivor, with Freyandak.
Right.
You guys pretty much have the... Technically, you're acting at the same time. You have the exact same initiative.
Yeah. Are they like in front of us right now?
Yes.
Yeah. In that case, I will go for a. I'll first move up, so that
Remember the dwarves are gonna fire.
What?
Remember the dwarves are gonna fire.
Oh,
I
right.
wouldn't be too sure about that.
Good point. They're kind of terrified. So I'm gonna move up, but still, so the dwarves have a line of fire.
Yeah.
Still move up. So basically, that's your same level-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm going to cast the scatter screen on the front row of the enemy.
Okay.
It creates difficult terrain? Or?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Basic reflex.
And you can create 2 squares, right?
Yes.
2
continuous-
5-foot squares.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a line of Gmod collision physics stones.
It's 2 5-foot squares, right?
Yeah. The 2x10.
So that is... one group will... A handful of them will... what would it be?
Just roll a d4 and be ready.
18 plus 6.
Oh, did it hit that one?
Sorry, my brain. One group got 24,
Where?
and the other group got 20.
Right. It's a save anyways.
Oh, right. So what do you say?
One group
Yeah.
got 24, and the other group got 20.
It's against my class DC or?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so both
Or your
succeeded,
spell.
so half damage.
Yep.
Did one get 24?
Yeah.
Then they crit succeed.
Oh, that-
because he's
yeah.
frightened. So
True.
only one takes damage.
Right, and yeah, I did roll a single 1 plus my spellcard modifier, so took 3 damage, but it is difficult terrain right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will... That won't mean much, just in this particular circumstances, just because it's such a small spot. It would slow them,
Yeah,
but there's so many that are close by.
5 by 10 feet of.
Yeah, but there are so many that are close by. Like, if I had a map, you guys are completely surrounded right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, they've pretty much dropped on you. That's
Right.
why I said there are too many enemies for me to do individual damage marking. You are fighting a horde, basically.
Gotcha.
I'm doing mass combat.
I was kind of thinking like it would be like
Because I'm not going to do it 9 individual dwarves and like 40
Yeah,
plus.
fair.
Yeah.
I was just kind of thinking, okay, it would be like a sort of.
Yeah.
Doorstopper.
I would like to preface that there are
Yeah.
more than 20 hollowed in your sight. A lot of them are very weak,
Threshold, thank you.
but there are 20 of them that you can spot immediately that have dropped around you. So you did that, hurt a few of them, a little bit, and the rest kind of just didn't care.
Nice. So
Um,
no slowing down from just that side, at least.
It'll slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it would prevent basically an action.
Right.
Is what will happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it is some action economy control. Frey, is that all you do?
Yeah, that's 3 actions.
Okay. Frey?
How are the dwarves looking?
Terrified. Except for the marshal. The marshal seems fine.
Okay, but do they look like they're gonna like kind of scamper or?
The 8 riflemen look like they're about to run.
Okay, can I intimidate the rifleman? Like scream, like in Dwarven, like fire, take aim, fire.
You're gonna override their frightened by making them more frightened.
I'll say
There is a skill for it.
Skill action or skill feat?
Skill feat.
Oh yeah, group coercion.
Yeah.
It's not like rousing rally or something.
No,
like that?
group coercion is when you go, "Hey, you fucking cunts," and then you point at something.
you feel
Right,
like you
yeah, it
probably could have at
reduces-
one point, but you feel like that might be beyond you. At least in this current situation.
Sad.
Your own heart's a little bit gripped by fear.
You can probably like get one person to do something.
Yeah.
Version.
Yeah. Unless you do have group coercion, which I don't think you do.
I don't. No, I don't have group coercion.
Or you can start blasting.
I'll probably better start blasting then. Yeah.
Yeah.
How close are the?
There are several of them are already within melee.
Okay.
range. A lot of them are recovering from their drop. That's why they didn't attack you.
Can
immediately.
I take a? Can I take all 3 of my turns to cast kinetic ram toward, like, down the cavern towards them and push them back as far as that'll go?
Since you're in the forefront, yeah, actually you could. What is
But
it
it
like a
says-
5-foot line?
Yeah.
Spell targets all creatures in a 5-foot emanation. I don't know exactly
Right.
what that means.
Oh,
Around you.
Yeah.
so that
So
would
it's
be around you.
If you're
Okay.
surrounded.
I think you can send it forward.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can reshape it.
And that's with the 3 actions,
The 3
right?
actions.
Yeah.
What does the 3 actions say?
It just says spell targets all creatures in a 5-foot emanation.
Yeah, but the previous one, if you use 2 actions,
Yeah.
it's within like 30 feet. So
This-
I think that you
yeah.
can just place the emanation somewhere and then just shove them.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like a
I think-
targeted explosion.
Yes,
I think
you
so,
can
yeah.
fill 2.
Oh, okay.
It's that for 3. Yes, yeah.
Okay, I see.
Wait, you can? Even though it's an emanation spell?
Oh,
because
it's because
at-
it'll
at-
knock them.
At 2,
Yeah,
If I use-
you can use different spells to upgrade
What am I trying to
or
say?
actions.
if I would use 2 turns, I
Yeah.
can place
2
it within
actions.
30 feet, and it'll target 1 creature.
Right.
Or I can use 3, and it'll target all creature, but I can still, do the thing for 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
Okay.
choose a creature, right?
Well,
With
for-
3 actions, you choose a creature, and from that creature, an emanation happens that goes. Blah.
That hits everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, sweet.
Within
So
a
that's what
5.
I'm gonna
That's
do.
cool. I
Right.
didn't know it worked like that.
I'm
I
just
thought
gonna push them back
emanations
as
were
far as I
always
can.
around the
believe
kids.
it's
Emanations are always around
reflex
the
saves?
target.
Probably not necessarily you.
Yeah, not necessarily. It is understood that it's often you, but it can be another person as well.
Right. That's cool.
Okay.
It's kind of
I
like
believe
the sword when you
these
have,
guys might have actually have... What's your DC?
Strahd,
DC is
Should be at the top of your spells.
In
or a
what?
light source.
Yeah, it's 16
In what?
16.
currently because we're all frightened.
Strahd, as in
They didn't crit fail, but they fail.
Absolutely.
And then the other group will
badly.
succeed. On,
Yeah, it's a classic,
Okay.
Classic, but not good. Fair.
Damn.
We have also another.
I find it hilarious that the tougher creatures have been the ones failing all of these, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the weaker ones that have been nailing these saves.
I mean,
That's pretty much my turn.
Okay. What exactly? So that'll push. Does it deal any damage as well?
It does if they gathering
Yeah.
kinetic energy. The spells and creatures affect based on how many actions.
yeah, exactly. It's I think it's 1d6, right?
Yeah.
On a critical failure, target is knocked prone and takes 1d6 bludgeoning
Oh
damage.
yeah, it was.
Oh,
not
Otherwise,
critical.
they scatter.
It was.
Okay, yeah. So
They-
you've
they
scattered a
scattered,
group
yeah.
of them
Yeah.
outwards and away from each other. I will rule that a few of them do hit each other.
Yeah, I
get
imagine
some-
they bundle up.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
I'm kind of also imagining like strike
So
sound,
that's
like Nintendo
bowling.
Nintendo bowling thing.
13.
Nice.
And with that, we're gonna return after the break.
Ooh.
Right.
Live from Stockholm, Sweden. This is Missed by One.
On the shifting of flesh
Okay.
as it unravels into a gnome. a very particularly animalistic looking gnome, and in the sense that it still has like a sort of like mimicking its maw or like its snout, pretty much the patterns on its snout. It has like facial hair in the same configuration, sort of very thick fur coming off of the arms, and it's a damage done total. It is bleeding. Look into it.
Blood for the blood god.
It is now its turn. Frey and Hannigan are next to it. It's gonna unload.
I did not think about my actions.
No, my actions were calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
I am very bad at math.
He's going to try to swing for you first.
Oh yeah, but I didn't even hit him.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
You have sheep on the ground.
So first things
Trying to
first.
survive.
Felt check. I believe it's a.
You could build a city of revised towers, city of shafts.
Do ferrets, much like cats, like go limp if you grab them
Yeah,
by
they
the
go like
scruff?
really long.
Yeah, but Ivor doesn't go limp.
Yeah. I would like a.
Ivor, is your hand up or is your hand inside of a man?
It is not up.
Okay. I got very distracted with the foot thing.
I hate you all. And
Hey, Emily, remember when you named the rat Ratthew last time?
And we're gonna edit the voice.
Yeah.
we have to put like the generated Ratthew as well, like so it's super obvious.
Hey
It's just
guys, I'm
edited.
going to name it Ratthew.
There you have the clip. There we have it.
I have a feat called forensic acumen,
Yeah.
and I want to saw this baby open.
It's quite
Yeah,
impressive movement for me.
Your movement is very sporadical.
I am
Feet.
too fat. I have many feet. Well, the Hallowder. Oh, pardon my common. Fucked. But I need to fix that next time. I got a bit distracted with the whole
Yeah.
foot thing. What do you mean?
Wait,
It's you don't have
I'm so
spaghettis
lost.
inside you?
where did the prostate come from?
Yeah, exactly. What was that about?
It just left his body when the.
It's the size of a walnut.
We have to put it.
Hey guys, I'm going to name it Ratthew.
There you have the clip. There we have it.
Why do you have a dead rodent with you?
Okay, first off, that is a quite rude way of referring to Nvidia.
Gotta stop clapping. But
This
Make a clip of that out of context.
I want to saw this thing open.
Saw this baby open.
This baby.
People should never quote me out of context.
We don't do war crimes. What
Only on
exactly
Sunday.
does forensic acumen entail?
Remember that, kids. Only war crimes on Sundays.
What exactly does forensic acumen entail so I know what information to give?
Let's see. Makes me better at examining a body to determine the cause of death or injury. And I want to saw this baby open and take a look.
The shifting of flesh as it unravels into a gnome. A very particularly animalistic looking gnome, and in the sense that it still has like a sort of like mimicking its maw or like its snout, pretty much the patterns on its snout. It has like facial hair in the same configuration, sort of very thick fur coming off of the arms, and it's a damage done total. It is bleeding. Look into it.
Blood for the blood god.
It is now its turn. Frey and Hannigan are next to it. It's gonna unload.
I did not think about my actions.
No, my actions were calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
I am very bad at math.
He's going to try to swing for you first.
Oh yeah, but I didn't even hit him.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
You have sheep on the ground.
So first things
Trying to
first.
survive.
Felt check. I believe it's a.
You could build a city of revised towers, city of shafts.
Do ferrets, much like cats, like go limp if you grab them
Yeah,
by
they
the
go like
scruff?
really long.
Yeah, but Ivor doesn't go limp.
Yeah. I would like a.
Ivor, is your hand up or is your hand inside of a man?
It is not up.
Okay. I got very distracted with the foot thing.
I hate you all. And
Hey, Emily, remember when you named the rat Ratthew last time?
And we're gonna edit the votes.
Yeah.
We have to put like the generated Ratthew as well, like so it's super obvious.
Hey
It's just
guys, I'm
edited.
going to name it Ratthew.
There you have the clip. There we have it.
I have a feat called forensic acumen,
Yeah.
and I want to saw this baby open.
It's quite impressive movement for me.
Your movement is very sporadical.
I am
Feet.
too fat. I have many feet. Well, the hallowed. Pardon my common. Fucked. But I need to fix that next time. I got a bit distracted with the whole
Yeah.
foot thing. What do you mean?
Wait,
It's you don't have
I'm so
spaghettis
lost.
inside you?
where did the prostate come
Yeah,
from?
exactly. What was that about?
It just left his body when the
It's the size of a walnut.
We have to put it.
Hey guys, I'm going to name it Ratthew.
There you have the clip. There we have it.
Why do you have a dead rodent with you?
Okay, first off, that is a quite rude way of referring to NVIDIA.
Gotta stop clapping. But
Just make a clip of that out of context.
I want to saw this thing open.
this.
Saw this baby open.
This baby.
People should never quote me out of context.
We don't do war crimes. What
Only on
exactly
Sunday.
does forensic acumen entail?
Remember that, kids. Only war crimes on Sundays.
What exactly does forensic acumen entail so I know what
Ah,
information to give?
let's see. Makes me better at examining a body to determine the cause of death or injury. And I want to saw this baby open and
can
take
you
a look.
own the shifting of flesh
Okay.
as it unravels into a gnome. A very particularly animalistic looking gnome in the sense that it still has like a sort of like mimicking its maw or like its snout, pretty much the patterns on its snout. It has like facial hair in the same configuration, sort of very thick fur coming off of the arms, and it's a damage done total. It is bleeding. You can look into it.
Blood for the blood god.
It is now its turn. Frey and Hannigan are next to it. It's gonna unload.
I did not think about my actions.
No, my actions were calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
I am very bad at math.
He's going to try to swing for you first.
Oh yeah, but I didn't even hit him.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
You have sheep on the ground.
So first things
Trying to
first.
survive.
Felt check. I believe it's a.
You could build a city of revised towers, city of shafts.
Do ferrets, much like cats, like go limp if you grab them
Yeah,
by
they
the
go like
scruff?
really long.
Yeah, but Ivor doesn't go limp.
Yeah.
That
I would like a.
Ivor, is your hand up or is your hand inside of a man?
It is not up.
Okay. I got very distracted with the foot thing.
I hate you all. And
Hey, Emily, remember when you named the rat Ratthew last time?
And we're gonna edit the votes.
Yeah.
we have to put like the generated Ratthew as well, like so it's super obvious.
Hey
It's just
guys, I'm
edited.
going to name it Ratthew.
There you have the clip. There we have it.
I have a feat called forensic acumen.
Yeah.
And I want to saw this baby open.
It's quite impressive movement for me.
Your movement is very sporadical.
I am
Feet.
too fat. I have many feet. Well, the hallowed. Pardon my common. Fucked. But I need to fix that next time. I got a bit distracted with the whole
Yeah.
foot thing. What do you mean?
Wait,
It's you don't have
I'm so
spaghettis
lost.
inside you?
where did the prostate come
Yeah,
from?
exactly. What was that about?
It just left his body when the.
It's the size of a walnut.
We have to put it.
Hey guys, I'm going to name it Ratthew.
There you have the clip. There we have it.
Why do you have a dead rodent with you?
Okay, first off, that is a quite rude way of referring to NVIDIA.
Gotta stop clapping. But
just make a clip of that out of context.
saw this thing open.
this.
Saw this baby open.
This baby.
People should never quote me out of context.
We don't do war crimes. What exactly does forensic acumen entail?
Remember that, kids. Only war crimes on Sundays.
What exactly does forensic acumen entail so I know what information to give?
Let's see. Makes me better at examining a body to determine the cause of death or injury. And I want to saw this baby open and take a look.
The shifting of flesh as it unravels into a gnome. A very particularly animalistic looking gnome, and in the sense that it still has like a sort of like mimicking its maw or like its snout, pretty much the patterns on its snout. It has like facial hair in the same configuration, sort of very thick fur coming off of the arms, and it's damage done total. It is bleeding. Look into it.
Blood for the blood god.
It is now its turn. Frey and Hannigan are next to it. It's gonna unload.
I did not think about my actions.
No, my actions were calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
I am very bad at math.
He's going to try and swing for you first.
Oh yeah, but I didn't even hit him.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
You have sheep on the ground.
So first things
Trying to
first.
survive.
Fail check. I believe it's a.
You could build a city of revised towers, city of shafts.
Do ferrets, much like cats, like go limp if you grab them
Yeah,
by
they
the
go like
scruff?
really long.
Yeah, but Ivor doesn't go limp.
Yeah.
That
I would like a.
Ivor, is your hand up or is your hand inside of a man?
It is not up.
Okay. I got very distracted with the foot thing.
I hate you all. And
Hey, Emily, remember when you named the rat Ratthew last time?
Now we're gonna edit the voice.
Yeah.
we have to put like the generated Rathu as well, like so it's super obvious.
Hey
It's just
guys, I'm
edited.
going to name it Rathu.
There you have the clip. There we have it.
I have a feat called forensic acumen.
Yeah.
And I want to saw this baby open.
It's quite impressive movement for me.
Your movement is very sporadical.
I am
Feet.
too fat. I have many feet. Well, the Hallowder. Oh, pardon my common. Fucked. But I need to fix that next time. I got a bit distracted with the whole
Yeah.
foot thing. What do you mean?
Wait,
It's you don't have
I'm so
spaghettis
lost.
inside you?
where did the prostate come from?
Yeah, exactly. What was that about?
It just left his body when the.
It's the size of a walnut.
We have to put.
Hey guys, I'm going to name it Rathu.
There you have the clip. There we have it.
Why do you have a dead rodent with you?
Okay, first off, that is a quite rude way of referring to Nvidia.
Gotta stop clapping. But
Just make a clip of that out of context.
Saw this thing open.
Saw this baby open.
This baby.
People should never quote me out of context.
We don't do war crimes. What exactly does forensic acumen entail?
Remember that, kids. Only war crimes on Sundays.
What exactly does forensic acumen entail so I know what information to give?
Let's see. Makes me better at examining a body to determine the cause of death or injury. And I want to saw this baby open and take a look.
The shifting of flesh as it unravels into a gnome. A very particularly animalistic looking gnome, and in the sense that it still has like a sort of like mimicking its maw or like its snout, pretty much the patterns on its snout. It has like facial hair in the same configuration, sort of very thick fur coming off of the arms, and it's a damage done total. It is bleeding. Look into it.
Blood for the blood god.
It is now its turn. Frey and Hannigan are next to it. It's gonna unload.
I did not think about my actions.
No, my actions were calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
I am very bad at math.
He's going to try and swing for you first.
Oh yeah, but I didn't even hit him.
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
You have sheep on the ground.
So first things
Trying to
first.
survive.
Failed check. I believe it's a.
You could build a city of revised towers, city of shafts.
Do ferrets, much like cats, like go limp if you grab them
Yeah,
by
they
the
go like
scruff?
really long.
Yeah, but Ivor doesn't go limp.
That,
I would like a.
Ivor, is your hand up or is your hand inside of a man?
It is not up.
Okay. I got very distracted with the foot thing.
I hate you all. And
Hey, Emily, remember when you named the rat Ratthew last time?
Live from Stockholm, Sweden. This is Missed by One.
welcome back.
We are
really
in a studio here in Sweden.
You really picked the best time to join, yeah.
Yeah.
Right before the break.
Yeah, the raid was unfortunate. Thank you so much for the raid, but it did come at a very unfortunate time. Because our break is kind of set at a time. However, welcome back from the break. I'm going to quickly take a deep breath and narrate exactly what the hell is happening. So, the party has come to a T-junction in a hallway, a dwarven hallway where the vast majority of this area is covered in flesh. The floor is made of skin and muscle, sinew and tissue. Same thing with the walls and seemingly the ceiling. Many of the pillars have been encased, everything. In this scenario, there are a few lights that light up the area around you. And there was a screech that was so loud that you couldn't hear it, but you felt it as fear washed over most of you. In fact, there was only one of you, I believe, who succeeded the saving throw, as well as the marshal. The marshal seems fine as well.
Per usual, yeah.
The 8 dwarven riflemen are they critically failed, and they currently have the condition frightened and fleeing, so they will try to run away on their turn.
Right.
I believe it's one action to flee, yeah. And then they will try to fight. You are currently surrounded by 20 or more hollowed. There are so many that have dropped upon you that it's hard to not hit anything right now. You are, as they say, in a target-rich environment. The last person who acted was Frey, who blasted several of them back and knocked several hollowed into each other, causing some damage and sort of shifting their line a little bit. There's now a gap at the forefront of this group of hollowed.
Thank you for protecting our personal space.
That's what I do.
quickly,
Yeah?
fleeing is all actions.
Is it all action?
All actions.
Fair enough.
Jesus Christ.
So, the marshal is after Frey. He raises his fist and yells in Dwarven, hold. And I'm going to do a check.
That's not a good
He does that every fucking session.
Is this my
he
own?
have
It's
the-
everywhere.
It's on the
Does he have
bingo
the
card.
weave of fate that
He does not, because he's not a
main character?
a main
Side characters.
Plot armor.
Uh,
I invoke plot armor to pass the save.
he might actually. So he does reduce the frightened condition of everyone in the group by 1.
Including ours?
Yeah, including you. Whoops! I was waiting for that. to
Yeah,
happen.
somebody will.
Our chairs are on like a slightly elevated platform from our tables. I was waiting for someone to slip in the gap.
It happened to me, didn't it?
I think you were too tall, so no one noticed because you just kind of like stopped the fall with your legs. Whereas like
I'm
there's
tiny.
space. Anyway,
Wait.
No one knows.
How are you? Yes.
This is actually when I'm probably sitting down.
no one wants to
Wait, I just
see.
removed a chair.
You keep elbowing the screen, by the way.
Yes. I have long elbows.
You're gonna have to start.
Specifically elbows, not arms, just the elbows.
You're gonna have to start like posing like a Victorian male.
I don't know what that means.
Well, apparently this.
Isn't that the Greek statue?
No.
Oh,
This is a Victorian male.
oh, fair.
Okay.
Anyway, the marshal stops, shouts something out, and you feel a wave of slight relief come over you. It only reduces your frightened condition by 1, and the dwarves still seem panicked enough to begin running.
I'm not panicked at all.
And then he will raise his shield, and he uses an action to sheath his mace on the top of it, which transforms the shield. As it buckles out, several pieces of it extend, lock, and it becomes a tower shield. It shifts into a tower shield where the handle of his mace juts out to become a spike, a shield spike.
It's like those Gundam magic
And then he
girl transformations.
braces it with the other hand, places it in front, and locks position.
Like, y'all are memeing about Gundam weapons.
sorry.
I love Gundam.
I feel personally attacked. Listen,
Transforming weapons is dope.
transforming weapons is not even
Yeah.
Gundam.
No,
You're just
Oh, no.
completely wrong.
I know, but like,
Yeah, I know, but like that.
it's the combination
Genre.
stuff.
I wasn't even sure Gundam was a real thing until like
It
a
is,
little while
yeah.
ago.
What?
I'm imagining like.
It's the anime with transfer. It's a ruby weapon. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's
It is a
Ruby
ruby
weapon.
weapon.
There
You're
you
right.
go.
Jesus.
Both of which are fucking
Anyway,
sick.
after that,
All right, are we?
after the marshal moves, a layer action will happen.
Oh.
Now that you guys have had a brief moment, it's been like almost 6 seconds, but
What a coincidence.
in being alerted to combat, you've cast your gaze around. Cassius and Ada, you notice that there is a creature embedded to something that is pulsating on the ceiling. A sort of larger creature whose entire upper torso is sticking out, and it has descended to the point where it's only like 10 feet off the ground.
How far
near
away?
this. It is approximately, I'd say, maximum 30 feet, but because it's so large, you would reach it in about 20.
It's fleshy GLaDOS.
Is it both?
Yeah, I was just.
gigantic?
Is it flying
Yes.
GLaDOS? Yes, it is.
I believe it's actually a huge creature.
Does it have a cake?
It does not
This
have
is a
any
lie.
cake. The cake is in fact a lie.
Making an
It is a flesh GLaDOS,
But
basically.
did it promise the cake in the first place?
No.
No.
That's
Can
not
we
a
get-
lie. That's just absent.
Can we get a metal singer to do the GLaDOS song but screaming? Because that would be so sick.
This is a triumph.
The creature before you is only the upper part of a torso, as it's the rest of its
It would have
body.
been worse if it was the other way around.
It's just a pair of butt cheeks.
Sticking from the.
It's the nurses from Silent
No,
Hill. with
The
this
flesh
little-
cave is free balling. Oh god. We have come full circle.
There, the
That's
creature
two
hanging
circles.
from. I love how I'm
Does it
like
feel next to each
horror, and then here's the comedy. There is no in between, and it happens simultaneously.
By the way, guys, we are exactly 22.36 feet from the enemy.
Thank you.
Pythagoras.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right.
So
Just had to check it.
Oh, but that's great. That's enough
So
for me
the-
to love bombs.
yeah, so the creature is the upper torso of an entity, of a humanoid figure, where one arm, the shoulder is merged with the neck, like here, and in place of a head, it seems to have a singular maw that has opened up, and it is currently still screaming. Soundlessly. It seems to have reached that point. You know, like when you try to scream, but like no actual sound comes out this time because it's too loud.
I have a mouth. And I
Yeah, I have a mouth, I am screaming. It's pretty much what's happening here. And it descends from the ceiling, and above its torso itself seems to be a pulsating, like, fleshy substance that reminds you of a
It's
heart. It's,
Is it large, red,
yes. Everything else is red.
slightly glowing?
It's Rathu's mother.
Slightly glowing.
And when you use your reticle,
I am the rabbit.
It locks
I made
on.
him.
With my own two hands.
I've played. I forgot the name of the game. Never mind.
I think we might have found a heart muscle.
Hit it if you want.
Lost Planet. I've played Lost Planet before.
Love this.
Oh yeah, Lost Planet!
Fucking sick game. Absolute banger. Right
I
down.
played it a little bit on the PS2.
It's It's a
Correct.
boss.
No,
rush
Xbox 360.
shooter.
Yeah.
Look up the second one.
Anyway,
Yes.
at the end of that thing's turn, because its turn was to descend, because it was in the ceiling, now it's come down. And there was a really disgusting, like,
Is it hanging from something?
yeah, it's hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, but what is connecting?
The heart
torso.
thing.
The torso thing.
Ah.
Yeah, so
Emanating
it's like an
the-
upside down torso.
Yeah, I got that, but I just
It's like,
it's a very long torso.
have you played Resident Evil 4?
No,
Okay.
Everything just
Portal.
fell
Moving
on
on.
that note.
Have you played Portal 1?
I haven't played all the parts.
Oh.
Yeah, it's GLaDOS.
Yeah,
It's GLaDOS.
yeah, but I was like,
a heart
how?
instead of a torso.
Because I was thinking this room had a very large ceiling, so I was just in my mind. I was like, is this a very long stretched out torso?
Yeah.
It's just long cat, but it's upside down.
From long cat torso.
The creature is huge in size, and it is
Not normal
From-
size, but unusually big.
It's a long Furby.
Horror.
I mean,
That is genuinely terrifying.
be careful. I
to
might make
collaborate-
flesh Furbies.
Welcome to
Furbies.
collaborative storytelling.
I have to be able to find an image of that somewhere.
Just-
Always a bad idea.
Anyway,
There is a flesh Furby.
Ask
I
Adam.
Could just
Sorry.
do it.
At the end of that
fucking
thing's turn, it is
from,
Cassius with Ada
the
on
one
deck.
guy who made a
Okay.
Right.
with the
Orchid
rifleman
out of
after you.
Furbies.
They are last in initiative. Poor guys.
Right. I do not like that thing.
No, I don't like
No
it.
one likes.
All right, wait. Who
Huh?
to wrap it up? Who is next in combat?
It's me.
That
Yeah,
with me on
it's
deck.
Cassius.
Yep.
Cassius with Ida on deck, and then the rifleman.
Can you pull out?
Well,
the
what?
gap? Can you pull out the gap? The thing you do when you shoot a bunch of things.
Can you pull out?
Magic missile. Last one.
No. I have a much better thing.
Okay.
No, I'm looking
Don't
forward
worry
to
about
that.
it. I'm going to look towards the thing,
Yeah.
and I'm readying my magic. And
Yeah.
as I'm readying it, I kind of want to say something like quippy to try to like, maybe it's sentient, maybe I can throw it off a bit.
Yeah.
However, I'm kind of just struck speechless by it.
Yeah. That's fair.
Your mom.
Jokes on you. I'm into that shit.
Your mom. How about that?
I am my own mother. Didn't want to hear that.
Your mom would be
So
more terrifying.
I kind of just end up like, you flesh cave.
I love this. I love this party.
Do I have to make a scene?
It isn't a good enough insult.
Don't you have to roll?
Yes, but
Oh, okay,
I'm
hold on.
asking
Before-
questions.
I mean, if you're bot modding, go for it.
I am bon modding.
This
Let's
creature
roll
is
upon the Pythagoras theorem.
I bet you don't even freeball.
balling.
It's very legible.
That is very, very, very legible. Oh, that is not.
I
great.
can't even see it from here.
No,
I can't even see it from here.
I do not think I succeed. Let's just say that.
But how badly do you
Uh,
Still
succeed?
can fucking see the goddamn number.
I think it's a 6.
I think
It's a 6 and plus 7 because I'm frightened, so 13.
definitely a fail, not a crit fail.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would have gone stronger.
And it's still screaming, right?
Trying to, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to... I've been gathering up magic, right? So I'm just going to give it a command and see if that works better.
Shut up!
Shut up!
I think it's a single word command, right?
Yes.
Silence.
Yeah.
If he says it's fast
Listen,
enough.
Shut. It closes
No,
it.
the funny one is zip it.
Zip it. Zip it.
Hullas.
I will.
We have one word for that in Swedish. Yeah.
The jaw.
Which just means mouth.
Yeah.
Käften is the actual part of
It's actually the jowl.
magic language.
Yeah.
It's how do you speak incantations?
How to speak in incantations 101. Käften.
15 on the save.
It failed.
It will shut its mouth on its turn.
Vindication.
How many actions does it have to use?
It was just that's just a normal fail, so just one. It's going to spend one action to shut its mouth.
It's gonna look like awkwardly at the camera, like, and then go back to whatever it was doing.
That's my entire turn right there.
Worth it. Worth it.
That insult and then shut up. Perfect.
It's
Go
fine.
for it.
I dealt 3 damage and tripped some of them. That's all I did.
Jesus.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Has
Ida,
it closed its mouth now?
Not yet. It will
Not
do so
yet.
on its turn.
Because I want to ask, can I lob a bomb into it?
Its mouth is open.
Its mouth is open. Okay.
The mouth is open. I was actually about to ask the same thing, but with a torch, because it deals a d4 damage.
I mean, yeah.
And
I'm thinking about lobbing alchemist.
in your job.
I'm gonna lob
I thought
alchemist
you were going
fire.
somewhere
I think.
else,
actually.
so that
Okay.
I'm so happy.
I can climb in.
I don't think
I
you want
can
to.
bite its tongue out.
To give you clarification, inside of its mouth is like normally teeth are like around the edges. This thing has rows of teeth. It's disgusting.
I could bite its teeth out.
You think its uvula might be another person?
I don't think
I
you can
like
bite
it,
this thing.
Dave.
It bites you.
I think
I
you
bite
think its uvula might actually be another dangling person.
Let's just do
I
my
would
best.
be like, I've yet to meet a man I cannot bite, but that thing scares me.
Not anymore, actually.
Okay, nice.
Not
It,
frightened
it
anymore.
did scare me.
Does a
wait,
17 hit?
17 will in fact hit.
Yes. Okay. Cool. I'm sorry. I'm very excited. I hit.
It's a
something.
very large creature that does not
It's a
have
very
lot of
large
ways
creature.
of stopping.
Yeah. I'm targeting for the mouth, and
Yeah.
I'm like pulling out this bottle of like flames. Really.
Cool.
Shakes it up and it just lobs it.
All right, give me that damage plus int.
Very
Yes.
anarchist of you with a
Yeah.
Molotov cocktail.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's see here. It's a 1d8. Do not let me down. Oh, nice. Do I add? I add my
Add your int.
right. So that's 11 fire damage.
11 fire damage.
Pretty sick, man.
Pretty sick. 1 persistent fire damage and then 1 fire splash damage. And because it's inside of it, does that slightly?
Increase it by 40.
Is it bad?
Does it increase it by 9? Because
Wait,
it is
wait.
all of its own.
Yeah, it is all of its own squares. It's
Exactly.
1 damage on each square.
Really?
I have no idea.
That's
I
like,
mean-
don't
no,
think
like the
so.
first X
We're saying it with confidence, therefore it's true.
I will
Yes,
increase
as
the
long as
persistent
we
damage though.
glare hard enough at Tristan, he might make it so.
I have
Right.
increased the amount of persistent damage. it does,
Thank you.
Because it's in its mouth.
You're
Well,
doing
that
a
is-
great job, buddy.
That is 1. Also,
One.
fun thing.
Yeah.
I used all of my stuff to make elixirs of life.
You would have had a day to prepare. Because they rested and then you woke up.
Okay, good.
So you would have had enough time to get your shit together.
Right.
Because it takes like a few minutes per potion.
All right. Well, in that case.
And the riflemen had to take some time to get their shit together. too.
Following up on that, I'm going to look around, and because of what Frey did, like shoving these things to the side,
Yeah.
did he clump them up?
Yes. Several of them. There are now 2 clumps
Yeah.
here and here.
Because I want to
Because they
take.
got knocked into each
I want to take another firebomb,
Yeah.
and I want to hurl it straight into the most densest crowd that I can find.
All right. Give me a roll.
Work.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
I'm gonna use this die. Do not let me down. That's not great.
And might just have let you down.
That's a 14.
14.
Hit the little guys. The little guys.
It will
No.
miss.
You hit the little gaze.
However, the splash damage still
It's
does
just
come into
Hannigan
effect.
and his wife.
Right, lads.
Dealing 9 damage in total.
Do not mock my pronunciations.
So it'd be 29, 35. Okay. So it's still 9 damage.
Right.
for the
I have
thing.
one more
There's
action.
1 per.
Can I try to to my knowledge, do Hallowed have any form of
Follow.
Hollowed? Sorry, does Hollowed have any form of pack structure? In my understanding,
Not really.
not really. They're just chaos hordes.
Pretty much. They just kind of swarm
Right.
things and just kind of with quantity over quality fuck things up.
Okay.
But they do still seem to have some sort of different roles, at least. Because, you know.
They do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but.
When they escalate, that's when you start seeing like diverse roles where like you'll have a fearmonger or a brute deal with shit or an ogre. Thankfully, you haven't seen any evidence of ogres in this cave, so you're probably safe from that at least.
Right.
Let's see. I'm trying to.
Probably.
Probably. I make no promises.
Can I?
¿Qué quieres decir con eso, eh?
Can I try to?
Buenos dias, master.
Okay.
You kind of work on orc logic.
Kind of.
So when you create a diversion,
Yeah.
then you make it difficult for them to see you. Is that how this works? I think so.
Yep.
Kind of, yeah.
Because I kind of want
You
to do the
divert their
opposite. I want to divert their attention to me.
To you?
You?
Yes.
I mean, I suppose...
Because I'm currently faced with a creature that is essentially everything I've been studying built into one thing. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
So basically you want to use distract in order to draw attention.
Yeah.
Just- if you can distract them that way, you can distract them this way.
I don't.
Performance.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my honey.
Hello, my ragtime monster of horrible fleshed people.
Yeah.
Ironically, I feel like intimidation could also suit here.
Yeah, well, both are.
Because you're not going to be able to persuade or deceive.
Yeah, well, essentially.
Well, you could use deception. Because
essentially,
deception's
I'm just going
base.
to stand there, like, sort of. After I've lobbed it, after I've heard it, I'm just looking at it and just saying, like, "You're magnificent."
Reverse Von Mod?
Yeah.
It's gonna like get flustered. Oh,
And I try to get it because if
It gets the enemy
if
blush.
it focuses something, I don't know what it's planning.
Yeah.
But if it rallies its minions,
Yeah.
that's gonna be real bad. If I think about
So
swarms,
basically,
like
you're trying to get
insects,
eye contact with this.
Yeah, like to me in my head, this is sort of like the queen of like the ants around it. It's probably some form of coordinator of sorts.
Yeah.
You're just
I
standing there
want-
like, hey, yo, shawty, I like your style.
can I?
Hey, they use charm person.
Yes.
Right?
We don't kink shame.
So that would what would that
No,
make?
I'm on board.
This would be the worst fanfic.
You know what? Give me any of the
That's what
social
you asked.
skills and give me the flavor as to what you do.
All right.
Reminds me of
I'm not very
one of
good
my
at-
Japanese
Intimidation would be
cartoons.
like, look at me. Your diplomacy, like
Excuse
a
me.
softer
sir.
Would you-
yeah, the thing is that
eye
like
contact, more like a
I
body.
have minus in all of them.
Yeah.
Currently. Shut
It's
up.
not
They don't let that
impossible.
stop her.
It is not impossible to reach it on a D20. It would be difficult though. But
As a scientist of anatomy, Ida knows that of all the body parts, the hips don't lie.
Okay, you know what? You know what, guys? You ruined it. Well done. I'm stepping out and not doing it. Can I discern any weak points at this creature? Is that
give
a
me a
thing?
hollow.
A hollow lore. Okay. I can do that.
Curious performators.
That is 20.
20.
Composite 20.
Comes to 20. That is a success. You notice that the this creature isn't protecting the heart that serves in the place of its legs that attaches it to the ceiling. It does not seem to be protective of this body part, and it is expressively. Its arms seem more keen on defending the head than it is the heart beneath it. You're not exactly sure why, but it doesn't seem to care about the thing beneath, connecting it to the ceiling.
Okay. Interesting.
Uh,
But yeah, that's my
Is it
That's
gonna drop
my-
down?
actions.
The head?
That's my turn.
No, the torso. Maybe it doesn't care about.
Maybe it's got legs in that heart. It just comes out with ballerina legs. And that was the most cursed image I could have personed in my own head. I just took psychic damage.
It's just a. It's
Like I
long,
saw it
long
coming
man.
down like the dancer. but like,
man.
Is that the end of your turn, Ida?
It looks like
It's the
It
end
looks
of
like-
me.
It's the end of me. Mood. Fleeing on your turn.
we all
spending
came here
action
knowing
trying
this
to
was a
escape the
mistake. We have nobody to blame but ourselves.
I know.
Yeah, so the riflemen will begin to attempt to run. They attempt to retreat. The marshal will have a reaction and try to stop that. Oh shit!
That's a good old hit.
He stands up once again. He slams the shield on the ground.
Shoot one of them and the overrides are fine.
No, he slams his shield down with such strength that it pierces through the flesh and hits stone beneath. This resonates through the whole room, which does draw some of the attention of the mobs towards him a little bit. However, all of the riflemen suddenly rally, and they get to use one action each. So they're going to unleash 9 shots into the Hollowed.
Yep. I thought you were going to say into Ida.
Oh, shit.
Everyone's just been waiting for it, but I know what I did.
One group.
You will not serve in combat. You will serve on the firing line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one group misses, the other group crits. As per
Perfectly balanced. All things should be.
But it is.
1, 2. Oh fuck! Wait, no. These 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh fuck! I have to do math. I wasn't expecting this. 11 plus 13 is
Tried to do that very
24.
sneakily.
You did not succeed.
50.
I felt my stealth check.
9. There we go. Oh wait, no, double that shit. Another 24. It's 83. Okay. So they're at 83 right now. A total of 83 damage has been pumped into.
No, it should be the dwarven one.
That straight up cleaves down a handful of like weaker hollowed, like it pierces through several of them, and a huge amount of them drop. In this
having
wave.
the men.
At the top of the round is going to be the hollowed. They are going to counterattack. The way I'm going to do this is that there's going to be.
I need to read today.
I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is reroll. 4 attacks. Oh my god, you cannot be.
Did you?
What happened?
What happened?
I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is reroll. I roll 4d6s to determine who's getting attacked for an element of randomness. And I rolled 3 ones. Yay! And a 2.
You know what? I'll take that one.
You can't make this shit up. Like, seriously.
I feel so bad for
Maybe
you.
they are making this shit up.
I even put RNG on that
I have
shit.
told you this before. I have a universal negative modifier in real life. This is proof. I have told you this shit before. Fucking Leona, if you're watching, I've told you this before as well.
This is really funny to me. That's gonna hurt. Actually, you got luck. You got lucky.
Oh, really?
That's
a
for
really
once?
Yeah.
fucking low. 6.
I would lower
They
my
only
health,
did 43 damage.
Yeah, could have been
You only
worse.
sustain 11 damage.
Wow.
11 slashing.
Only
You
half
all?
my health. Very nice.
For
That's
him.
Okay.
half your health?
No, it's not. It's just about. Actually, it's more than half my health.
7.
Lamau.
7.
More than. That's
Did I
like
do that?
a third of mine.
Oh no, shit! I'm stupid. I just no wait. I'm dumb. Ignore me. I thought that was a little bit too. I just put it to 11 instead of.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Like that doesn't sound.
Yeah.
It is half my health, though.
Squish.
What did you health?
And then there's going to be two attacks on Marshall. That's a miss. Marshall blocks that one. Just ping. There was a spine. One of the grunts shot a spine out from its body onto him. It plinked off. And with that, a handful more will begin to drop from the ceiling further in, so they'll have to spend a few actions to get here. That's how I'm keeping you all from getting completely overwhelmed. This is a very dangerous quest. That is the end of that turn. It's Hannigan.
Right.
None of them ran towards you specifically because they didn't spot you.
So my ready action was not triggered.
No.
I Do I see an opportunity to get to the extra corridor?
The one that's free? Yes.
Okay, we'll save.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's my DC. I fail.
Oh no.
So
It's-
here's what he's gonna do.
Time for Hannigan to do what Hannigan does best.
Avoid responsibility.
Hannigan is gonna say, I will do to you guys like I did to my wife. I will smash. Then I will dip. So he's going to lob a strike at the closest one that hasn't noticed him. So imagine,
Yeah, there's at least one nearby.
yes.
So you can dump some damage.
So he is gonna strike.
Yeah.
With a nightstick. That was terrible. That's a 6. Plus 8 is a 14.
That'll miss by 1.
Even if they're flat-footed.
No! That does hit then.
Reverse.
I forgot. Flat-footed, my bad. I am very tired right now.
It's fine.
I will say, No Not Once released a video talking about how like the +1 wasn't necessary. And I'm like, the amount of fucking times we missed by 1 that it made it our brand name says otherwise.
I deal 11 damage to one of them.
Okay.
And I do not know if these guys have up attacks, but I'm going to skirt under its legs and run for the corridor.
They do not. Actually, hold on. Shit, they do. Fuck, hold on.
Dead.
They can't
Do
miss.
they all like? Do they have like
every single
one or like 9 people of attack?
No, there are 3 near you.
So only
Hitting one
3.
reveals you. So you will take 3 up attacks.
Okay.
Much better.
2 of them will miss.
Okay, I can take that.
One has a 28.
That hits.
That is a bonk. Is it a crit?
No.
Because I am a one fast motherfucker.
I can confirm. He is
Claws
fast.
at you for 8 damage.
Ocho es nada, cabrón. I keep running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I'm going to dart under. Because here's what I'm thinking. This gives me an I'm more out of harm's way.
Yeah.
It allows me to not flank, but to theoretically strike from another angle.
Yeah.
And then maybe surreptitiously slice open some flesh, open a door maybe, find something interesting.
That is to say, a whole new host of horrors that will come and kill us.
Probably.
Have
but-
you not read like the step rule book? You loot after the battle is done, not during the battle.
I'm a rogue player in a dungeon. I'm going to pull the next mob. Y'all are tanking. This doesn't concern me.
Nah, misdirect.
Listen, the problem,
Tools of the
right,
trade.
is that you're the hunter. You don't have faint death. So you can't pull in and just faint death.
Vanish.
True. I have vanished.
Oh.
I'm going to spend
Die.
one action. Am I still close to the horde?
No.
Then
Because
I'm
they're
going to spend my
all-
last action to
You can get within 20
Parry.
feet of the door if you run from where you are now.
yeah. I'm going to spend my last action to parry because I'm not that dumb.
Up.
So I will have a
AC.
20 AC moving up.
Fantastic.
All right.
When do you lose the frightened? Is it after time? Or?
At the end of your turn, it goes down by 1.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Soulless
Oh.
Arcane Cascade.
Oh, cool. Then I am done with that.
I was down to 0 like immediately after.
Yeah, it's the martial.
Marshall
round.
shouted.
And then it's Ivor with Frandyke. Sorry that
Right.
I'm slow all of a sudden.
It's all good.
Right. Did my scare screen slow down 1 turn for?
It will enforce that one group has to spend an extra
Right.
action to get to you. So they'll only be able to use 1 action to attack.
Perfect.
So pretty
In that
much
case-
your bet here is kill as many as possible before they get to you.
Yeah.
Because that means less actions dumped on you.
Are there any within melee range right now? Because I did the first turn. I did move forward.
Yeah. If that's the case, then yes, there would be you would be next to the group that Ida has set on fire. Speaking of which, the persistent fire damage only applies when you hit the creature, right? The splash damage doesn't apply.
Resistant fire is at end of turn.
Yeah, but I meant like,
Yeah,
was
but
it
how
applied
many-
by the splash? I don't think it's applied by the splash.
I think it's,
it's
no.
just
I
a
think
hit.
it's the one that
Okay.
you targeted.
Just making sure.
So we have one bastard.
Speaking of which, creature is taking a little bit more fire damage.
Was that a big creature or was it a horde?
Big creature takes more fire.
Big creature.
Right, and that's the one who's next to me.
No, the horde's next to you.
I threw
You're
a
next to
ghost
the
pepper into his mouth like that was on fire.
Spice, I mean.
In that case, I will just start making myself a blender and
Yeah,
jump
go
into
for
the crowd. And dice cam, let's go.
I hate the way you phrased that. Oh, come on.
What? I'm a blender. Dwarven blender. That's
No,
No.
no.
No, that was
it did. I think it then like
it was a
that's
5, I think.
Reroll.
Reroll it.
Yeah, I
reroll
mean,
it.
I was trying to work out.
I will bring my dice tray next time.
Yeah,
All right, that's sick.
that works. It
It
works.
be what it be, bro.
It do be do, buddy. What
Yeah.
do be do?
Yeah, but, before it
Yeah.
was like on the edge.
Yeah.
Someone,
Okay, so
someone
Yeah,
actually. forgot my
okay,
dice
that would
tray.
can't believe
be
that person. So disrespectful.
23.
To hit?
To hit.
That'll hit.
Perfect. Then I will jump in.
Dump damage. Any damage is good damage.
2d4.
I've added it to the shrine, bro.
Oh! Finally, some real damage.
S-word shrine.
Yeah. That's 11 damage.
Not bad.
And then I will. I could cast a spell here, but I probably just gonna start to keep fighting.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, okay.
wasn't
That
fast
was a
Way less.
11, I think.
That one is.
No. Okay. 11 damage.
So, yeah, 11 damage. Not bad. You do kill a handful of them. Like, a few small.
Oh, yes.
I think it was a 7 even.
Yeah.
Because of double.
Good.
Yeah.
Cleave them in twain.
Right, so basically just jump into the crowd and jump from person to person.
Yeah, you're just ripping out a throat and then jumping to the next one. Right. Ibor's turn has ended. Phrase, your go.
Okay.
You guys are technically dealing splash damage. Technically.
Technically dealing splash damage. Nice. Okay.
Nothing like
um,
fighting swarms.
How is our guy at the front doing with the shield? He had some.
He hasn't
guy-
been hit yet.
No.
But he seems pretty stationary where he is. You can actually take cover behind him, by the way. For
Oh, can we like go like back and back and like?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, let's do that for sure. Unless the soldiers that just fired, they're reloading.
Yeah.
I assume. So maybe I should go protect them while they're doing that. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll do that. I'll go cover the other guys.
Oh, I forgot to do a thing. They're fine.
I forgot to do a thing.
I had to make sure that the riflemen were fine. I forgot to roll for them.
Okay.
I have to make saving throws, and they made it.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, if they're fine, then I'm gonna go back to back with the other guy.
Yeah.
Raise the shield, and then
The
I
camera
mean, if you have
angle
2
sort of
actions left, you can just.
rotates around you guys.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna hit, no spell strike, just normal hit,
Yeah,
straight
go
in
for
front of me, or the
I
whatever's
believe
round.
if you do take cover, but because I assume that you want to go back to back,
Yeah.
and, like take cover,
Uh-huh.
you'll have. I think it's an action, so you'll have 2 actions left.
But no, you need cover to take cover. You can't. If
Yeah.
someone is.
So he has a particular feature where if you stand
right.
behind him when he has his tower shield raised,
Yeah.
you can take cover behind him. That's what tower shields are for. You can specifically take cover
I
behind.
forgot about the Chad shield.
Him. Yeah, I looked into it because I'm building a 2-handed tower shield smashing build. So
Yeah.
True.
that I totally didn't pump into the martial guy.
It's not a barbarian, is it? Praise.
It's a champion first.
yeah,
Dedicated.
sure, yeah.
For context,
Should we
he has
have
at
the clock
least
again?
4 barbarians in active play, ish, or had at one
No,
point.
I lost one.
Yeah, you did lose one.
That's why you're making a new one to make up for the loss.
I just want to make shield for him.
And the other one that was the other ones that aren't barbarians or magi.
Mages.
Magus.
Yeah.
Yep, rolls to hit.
Yeah, technically it's the same mages.
Yeah.
Do not make it.
What did you roll?
That is a 14 with +8 to hit.
That's a hit.
So comp 20.
Nice.
hit.
Do you want to hit strike
That's
again?
a D12 damage.
12. I only have
That's
one
straight.
because I ran up to him
Yeah.
and then I took cover. That's 2. So I
Oh,
have
okay,
one.
yeah.
This basically makes you impossible to flank, by the way.
It's good when there are a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
9
Yeah.
9 damage?
plus
Strength.
strength, so it's 13.
13 damage. 11, 20. I'm very happy I'm quick with math. Like, that's the one thing I'm good at. I say as I forget
Quick maths.
the number that I counted just now. God damn it. There we go. Erased too much. It's not good, this pen. Anyway, yeah. So you cleave a few of them into in twain. The marshal behind you will lift his shield, brace his back against you.
Yo, the homie.
And he pulls something out of his satchel
Okay.
as the hollowed have kind of begun to fill the gap that you made.
Mm-hmm.
And he slams it in to a receptacle in the back, and you see sparks before.
Fuck this guy. He's so much cooler than me. I kind of regret shacking up with him.
Okay, that they did not do well. This group critically succeeds, so they're fine.
You regret what?
Shacking up with him.
Actually, no, they
Shacking
just
up
succeed.
as in sleep. Did you sleep with him?
No, but like we're back to back. Like
Oh, okay,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, that kind of shacking up. Okay.
Okay, Shawty. Jesus Christ.
That's what
17
Ida is saying in the meanwhile. Damn, Sean!
That's 34, right?
34 plus another 17.
Damn!
Jesus Christ.
What? How much damage?
No, half of 17.
51.
16, 8.
Wait,
8 plus.
so the
30.
dwarves have done over 100 damage now.
Yes.
Oh,
Because they've
That's-
crits.
That is impressive. But
Uh,
it's good because I can't deal.
dwarves, man. It's
damage
good we
for
got
shit.
them with us.
I know.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for
But
me,
it is good that I'm here.
Fucking
Not
barely a
you,
dwarf.
you don't count.
You haven't done
You
jack
don't
shit.
want to count.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Dwarves
So,
are a construction of society.
ironically enough, had you not made impressions, they probably wouldn't have helped you.
Yep.
So. Right. That's a lot. He just torches down a whole group of them. The one group made it out kind of okay. The grunts, they just got burned a bit. But he just roasts the little guys.
I will remember this because that whatever he has that shield, whatever that is, it's a like marvel of engineering.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
When he's finished, there's a loud like, and he has to. He just throws the.
Oh,
damage
can he like and just splice out like he has to like bolt it in?
Sure.
They throw
we
it
go.
at the enemy.
No, it itself doesn't do anything.
It discards itself.
You know, it's still annoying to get some discarded.
Eh.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them slip on it.
Right.
They're like,
Exactly.
Big boy time.
Big boy time.
Big boy has spent one action to shut up. It closes its mouth. It blinks, but you can't tell that it blinks because its eyes are on the inside of its mouth, so you can't see.
It is blind.
It is currently blind until it opens its mouth again.
I put its
Um,
inside on fire.
As it's, yes, which does proc actually.
I think it procs at the end of the turn.
it's at the
Yeah.
end of the turn.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll just.
Because that's also when they
Well,
say,
it can't stop it, so I'm just going to note it down, just for my sake. 'Cause it can't stop that damage. It doesn't know how to put out fire. It will unleash a roar towards the group, and I will need reflex saving throws.
Yikes.
does that include me?
All of us.
Not Hannigan. The rest of you.
Reflecting
however.
Hannigan.
What?
Reflex.
Reflex, yeah.
Reflex
I
saving.
need
throws.
reflex saving.
You and I can roll
This
here.
is why you play
Yep.
rogue, you guys, and just leave your party in the dust.
Fuck.
Fucking-
Actually.
Okay, well that's good for me.
Can I
That's-
not
Just
fucking
remember-
succeed a single fucking...
Just remember, you have your funny Fate.
Might want to fate the weave.
I think I want to fate.
Yeah, you
this
might
one.
actually
I'm
wanna
gonna
do
take
that.
one
The
more
fate
damage.
of-
I'm gonna fate.
Fuck.
Yeah, do so.
You don't want to crit fail?
Daniel 1.
Last time I did that, I
21?
ate the sausage of a person.
You ate a person.
Okay, I got one higher.
Yes!
Fucking
no!
hell.
Where does that put your save?
That is.
That has
is
happened to me twice as
nine.
well.
No, oh no.
He went
Still
from
a
a
crit
2
fail.
That's a
to a
crit
3.
50.
15?
Yep.
That's a fail.
24.
Nice.
Ooh.
Panic is not affected and you had 21. 2 successes, you take 3 damage. You
Cool.
take 7, you take 14.
Jesus
I have
fucking
one
Christ.
health left.
I guess I know what I have to do.
screams, and you are buffeted by sonic energy.
Fucking goddamn it.
Oh, my ears! Oh, are you guys okay?
It's a good thing I'm almost deaf anyway.
It has 20 feet.
That really hurt a little, like, symbolically in my soul. I can't imagine almost dying from that.
Wait,
I
does that
literally
go-
can't.
do I take less damage because of shield, or is that another
No,
thing? Okay.
that's it
This
makes
is-
it harder for creatures to hit you.
Right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, this was just a sonic blast.
Mhm.
Whew.
Okay.
It will do one last action.
One health gang? Anyone? Anyone?
No.
No, I'm 29 health gang.
I need something that like gives me more damage the less my health is.
So that is hilarious. It tries to sweep its arm over its allies and then smash it down upon one of you
Okay.
as it sort of leans over, so the whole thing shifts. And it tries to swing.
Mhm.
And you watch the marshal lift his shield and bash it away. But it looked like
I
it was
fucking
narrow.
hate
Like he
this
is.
guy. The fuck?
His knee buckled and it probably broke his arm.
Yikes.
As he's no longer able to cover you anymore. But he managed to like basically buffer it off briefly.
I am so turned on right now.
This guy's
God, I wish
this
that
guy's
was me.
pulling his weight though.
Fucking god.
But that did deal a lot of damage to him in particular. Right. That's the end of its turn. Cassius and Ada. Cassius with Ada on deck, and then the rifleman.
This was supposed to be fantasy role playing. Why is this real life?
No. What role am I playing? The fucking victim? My bad. What would you like?
Can we all just agree to hug Rodox?
Yeah, sure.
This gave me a headache, by the way. Like, laughing at that joke gave me a headache.
Oh, God. I am going to just do what I do best.
Yeah.
Run away from
Nothing.
combat.
Listen,
Run.
that's my second best thing. My actual, like, greatest combo.
Lightning Arc?
That's the third best.
The best one. Can you imagine what it is? It's the
Drop your weapon.
That's
Pride
the fifth
Parade.
one.
Oh, yeah.
No. I am first going to insult it.
All right.
Okay, that's the number one.
No,
Cassius. Okay.
no, the number one is coming.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I
Mr.
can't believe
Why
no
did
one
you, why
got
did you
it.
say?
It's the Pride Parade special.
Just want to make your job hard for you, Emily.
Yeah, he just.
So we can shit talk you about how bad you are at it.
17 against its will.
Yes. I have 1 health. Cut me a little
That will
fucking slack.
fail.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll fix you up, no worries.
And then I'm going to put out both my hands, and a prismatic spray of colors is just going to shine towards the enemies.
All right.
It has a giant eye in its mouth, right?
Yes.
So I'm feeling like this should be super effective.
It opened its mouth.
Yeah.
It is within reach. And also, because it's a cone, it will hit a lot of the hollowed as well. Oh, fuck me.
Oh?
Big guy got a 19.
Hey.
The rest got a 17.
I was gonna do.
I believe the ones that rolled 17 will fail.
Yeah. By one.
Yep.
They missed by one.
And the big guy will succeed by 1.
Yes.
Okay.
You
That's not
missed
as
by one.
catchy.
True.
It's not as catchy.
So he's dazzled,
Yep.
and the rest of them are dazzled and blinded. This would
And
be-
stunned.
and stunned. Right, that kills action.
Christ, the spell is on absolute amphetamines.
It's a good spell. What can I say?
The fucking best spell so far. I love that before this fight you were like, my spells aren't very good. Dealing with
Also
this.
cast-
Listen. If there's one
Is
giant
it still-
boss,
Is the dazzle
color spray is
only?
the ones.
Is the dazzle only one round for the person who succeeded?
It's only one round. Yes.
Okay. Still, that's pretty good.
It's even until end of round.
We'll see exactly what that does afterwards, because that's actually going to play.
It's gonna tear its own eye out, and then another monster will pop out.
It's just going to morph into like a million different enemies. Ironically, you guys dealt with the strongest creatures it had when you invaded. You killed most of them. So that's the end of Cassius' turn. Ida with Rifleman on deck.
How far away from Frey am I?
Not that far.
Why do you ever leave my side? This
I
always
don't-
happens every fucking encounter we have. Can I get just
I'm
like a
just-
familiar that just like constantly like stim packs me?
That's
upgrade.
That's literally what I have.
That is essentially what like Rathiu can do. Also,
You need to have both Agio and Rathiu in your pocket at all times.
just.
Honestly, yeah.
Pokemon Master.
But yes, I'm going to use my first action to move to Frey.
Yeah.
Just sort of give him a glance.
Hey, buddy, that looks bad.
Like, yeah. What are his wounds right now?
He's been bitten at, and his eardrums are
So you
bleeding.
have like lacerations and like there's
Lacerations,
blood from your
Mhm.
drizzling
Blood
from
from
your
your
ears, right?
Surprisingly, it didn't deafen you.
I'm gonna do my best to patch that up.
I'm
Just
surprised.
put some earplugs in the ears to stop the bleeding.
Full stop at this point.
Yeah, like I
It's like the third time
I don't
it's
quite
that.
know that. So I'm essentially assuming that part of that treat wounds would be like inserting a small like syringe with like morphine or something, just to like take that down a bit.
Straight up
Take
drugging
pain.
him.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it.
You're an
I
alchemist.
imagine Frey is like that bad guy they fight in My Hero Academia, where he's just like he's at this fucking the end of his line, and he faints, but he's still standing up with like the shield kind of thing.
Right. So I'm actually rolling because I want to see if I can get better. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a 19.
It succeeds, but I don't think it does the extra.
No, it's not a crit.
So it's still pretty damn good.
Success. Let's see here. That is
Yeah,
yeah,
2d8.
2d8, right?
If she would have crit failed that, she would have actually
Kill.
put him at die
I don't think I
too.
can actually. I don't think I can.
If you roll, you can.
no, I can.
Oh, you can't
I have a
crit fail
plus
it.
8
Oh yeah.
to crafting.
Yeah,
Right.
you'd have to be able to roll. You would no, because it would fail, and then if it not one, it would turn into a crit fail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So she.
But it would be funny. You would have put him at -2.
Okay,
Dying
yeah.
too.
So that's 7 hit points.
bad.
Almost enough health to take a single hit. It's pretty good.
Pretty
Great.
much. Hey, it's one more hit.
And then I'm just gonna like
Barely.
seeing as like it's hard to treat the like the ears because that's sonic damage. That's inside. I can't do anything about that right now. So I patch up the lacerations and then I just sort of like give this exasperated look. Pull up a minor health potion. Pop it and just grabs the beak and just
No,
put
no,
it in.
he just opens his beak. He knows the drill by this point.
Oh, I thought you were putting it in his ear.
Yeah,
Heal thee. Because that's really bad. Because birds, their ears are just straight to
Yeah,
the
they're
brain.
straight.
I mean, health potion to brain.
True.
Heal the brain. Become less stupid.
It reverses the mark.
I find it
Level 12 again.
I've done everything right. I don't need to be smarter. I didn't re-roll that shit. And it still failed me.
right, and still it came to this.
It's 2 + 4 + 1.
Even on my shield, I did nothing.
That's another 7 damage.
I unheal my.
I killed him.
That's what actually happened
No,
with health potion in
It's
here.
7 HP. I just said the wrong thing.
Positive damage.
I go back down to 1 health.
Alchemist's fire in his mouth.
Gosh, that's from blast.
Oopsie daisy.
No?
Put the acid
So the
blast in his
rifleman-
ear.
That's the end of your turn.
Yes.
The riflemen will reload. Take all 8 of them will take aim, and they're going to fire at the big guy.
Nice.
So the way this will work. Oh, okay,
Okay.
Oh.
dude. These dwarfs are the MVP.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Christ.
Anybody that aren't our characters are the MVP for any fight they're in. Like,
Maybe we're just like the supporting cast.
oh shit,
We
you're
are.
with a
In
B
the end.
team.
We are.
I mean, these guys are professional military people who they sent out leagues from home to recover ancient artifacts to their people. Like, they're probably over level 2.
The thing is,
Yeah.
they don't have a fucking mark ripping them of all of their battle
Yeah,
experience
exactly,
and
yeah.
whatever.
Their brains aren't clouded.
We are literally.
You are actually holding up relatively well.
We just
well.
woke up from like 500
so that's one
milliliters
crit.
of morphine in our blood, and it's like,
Jesus
that's a
Christ.
lot of morphine.
That's a lot of fucking morphine.
In my medical opinion, yes, it is.
In my medical opinion, that's a lot of fucking morphine. No, but like we are dying.
40.
I'm not.
Who's we? I'm dying.
P from one hit.
Nice.
We,
So that's
Just for the
40 damage.
we're level 2, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Are we all level 5?
No.
Fireball, please.
I'm gonna catch them off guard one time, then they're gonna say yes.
It's gonna be 46 health next level.
All right.
Yeah.
So first barrage catches the creature off guard. 4 shots in a row, which knocks it back, exposing the top of its head. And the other 4 managed to basically do a 4-pronged shot straight into the head, dealing a significant amount of damage to this creature.
God damn.
Damn.
But now their weapons are smoldering, and they're gonna have to reload again. So they've kind of bunched up. They seem to also have taken a bit of damage from the scream as well. As did the marshal seemed fine. He actually shrugged that off like that didn't fucking matter at all. Hollowed turn. So we're gonna do this again. Marshal is going to be 6 instead. I swear to God, Frey. Why?
Oh,
I told you, I have I am saying this completely unironically. I have a universal negative modifier
Let's use these.
in real life.
So
This happens so
2
often,
attacks.
it's annoying.
you're getting shot
Mm.
by one of them.
Mm.
An
One of the
attack-
dwarves.
No, not one of the dwarves.
They're putting you out of your misery. They're just like,
We can see, you can barely fucking...
You can barely stand.
I had a few sessions where I had the same fucking luck.
22?
Doing these sort of things when everyone fucking talking to me, even though it was a random roll.
it's been 7 sessions at this point.
Yeah.
Wylam had like
Right.
2.
Fair.
22 to hit and 28 to hit.
That both of those hit.
But they're not crits.
Oh,
not-
what attacks are they?
One of them is going to.
They're both physical?
Yes, they're both physical.
What the fuck does my shield add? I really need to fucking learn.
Plus
this
1.
shit.
It
Plus
gives.
1. That's 20 AC. Still hits.
Wait, did you raise shield or did you? Wait, you haven't had the opportunity to cast or raise the shield.
No, but didn't you spend an action when you backed up
Yeah,
against
but
the other
when
guy?
he blocked the arm, he couldn't. He lost.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, because you
No,
you
he
took-
backed up, he raised shield,
Yeah.
and he struck.
backed up, raised
Yeah.
shield, struck. 'Cause
Oh,
he
right,
could
yeah,
only
yeah.
he could only strike once.
Right. So that would have raised your AC by. Did you raise your actual shield, or did you
That-
cast shield?
The spell shield cast.
Okay, then it'd be plus 1 AC.
Yeah, it's like flavored like a shield, right?
Mhm.
Both of them, I think. should
Well,
be.
you take 3 piercing damage as you get spined by a
You're
weakling.
welcome.
Then,
Actually, not bad. Thank you.
the other one.
Oh my god.
is 45.
They crit.
Wait, wasn't it 3 points of damage?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Chris, don't make that face.
3 piercing and then 12 slashing.
Yeah, you might want.
What?
I'm
You
down.
could just drop that at the end.
Fuck's sake!
And then 45.
Fuck's sake!
Wait.
Pop the shield.
Wait, pop
the shield.
If you pop shield, you'd still be standing.
Then you would take 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that for the ranged.
No, the
Yeah,
second.
for all.
Okay, yeah,
they're
then
both.
pop the shield. from
Okay,
the
hold on,
blade.
because you have 15 HP.
Yeah.
So first 3, then 3 again, right?
No, 3 and then 15.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 3
Wait,
plus 3.
15.
Yeah. 3
Uh,
plus 15.
Yeah. 3 plus 3 plus 12.
No, wait.
What?
Did I count
Wait,
wrong?
I didn't
No,
get attacked
12.
by 3
Yeah.
twice.
3
Okay.
and then
Oh.
12.
Yeah.
3 and
Yeah.
12.
Oh,
So it's-
okay.
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 Pop
I
shield
got
on the
confused by y'all. Yeah. You pop it on the 12.
Yeah.
Which reduces it to 7. So you're
Down on...
12.
no, 5, right?
living on the.
But
If,
when
if
seven-
Frey isn't living on
It would be
red,
five, right.
is it really missed by 1 at this point?
I mean,
I need to fucking meta game a little bit. Like,
You
this is
Dedicated to
You might-
Sentinel or something.
You
Get better
might.
armor.
Okay. Next one, Cassius. One of them is going to shoot you.
Oh,
That's rude.
Cassius getting hits?
This one's going to try and.
And who's shooting, by the way? And what are they shooting?
Hollowed. They're
Like
shooting
hard.
spines out of their own body.
yeah.
Okay.
It looks like you did it out of their tits.
I did out of
They're like the
mine.
murder bot, the fembots from
Yeah.
Austin Powers.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
fucking fantastic movie.
It's good, yeah.
Only d4s. 3 plus 2, 5 piercing.
Yes.
And then.
Next big movie night. Austin
Next
Powers.
big movie.
Eivor,
Yeah.
getting bit.
I'm bit.
Going
Getting
to get bit.
bited, dude.
Yeah, that's just personal.
Shit.
Getting batootied.
That's a 22 as well.
Hits.
All right. Oh, they have a d8. 6 plus 4, 10 damage. 10 slashing. God damn these things.
10 slashing.
And then the last is going to be on the Marshal. We'll
It was 10 slashing, you said.
And then the last attack is on the Marshal. That fucking misses. Marshal doesn't give a shit.
Marshall is frankly too cool for that shit.
Pretty much. He's been on fire, to
Can
be
we
honest.
follow his story? I want to know his life.
You just abandoned Frey.
Can I
showing
get a
up with this
body
other
pillow
guy.
of the Marshal, please?
It's just this rugged dwarf man with a fucking transforming shield.
That's Grigori, right?
Yeah, that's Grigori.
It's Mashu from...
Grigori has been an MVP. Shit. That was their turn. It's Hannigan's turn with Eivor on deck.
All right. Hannigan is going to... am I within 20 feet of the big, long man?
Because he had to reach forward, yes.
Okay. I'm going to throw my knife.
Okay.
My singular. Unum. Only knife.
He is flat-footed because he's dazzled for a round.
Yep. That is a 17 plus 8, which is 20...
Actually, Cassius, you took 5 piercing, right?
Yep.
Let me do a... Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
25.
25 to hit?
25 to hit.
That will hit.
No crit.
No crit. Its AC is not 15.
That is a 12 damage.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna leg it towards the little cabe, so I'm in the doorway.
Yeah.
Is anyone following me?
No, not right now. But you have seemed to have pissed off the thing a little bit.
That's exactly what I want.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to.
Oh, I completely forgot. Sorry. During the hollowed turn, the ones that you blinded, I did a flat check for the one that attacked you just now and it passed. The rest of them tear each other to shreds.
Oh.
They begin pretty much the
Oh.
moment one of them bumps into another one, they just go ape shit and start attacking each other. So the 2 actions they had left on their turn is spent. One of them hit you, and then he hit the guy next to him, which is why you only took 1 attack. They kind of went ape
So their
shit.
like group dynamic and coordination is just slightly better than ours.
Just slightly. Yeah.
So I'm gonna leg it into the little hallway.
Yeah.
And then he's going to attach to. No wait, this doesn't matter. He's going to start river dancing and singing the hot dog song. You know, the hot dog, dun, 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 and he's going to apply the acoustics himself. And he's going to try to create a diversion for the motherfucker further up ahead.
Oh, Emily.
At a 17
I missed that.
That's you for trying.
Against Will?
against Will DC. It's a mental.
That will fail.
Fuck. Well, I guess he notices at least that he's got. You guys hear hot dog, as some banging on the stone as he's trying to, because he's already heard it, so he's trying to like draw its attention to him.
It is still currently dazzled, though. So now it can hear you, so it's like looking in that direction.
We all can.
We all can.
We're all wondering too.
We all can
It
hear.
also wants hot dogs.
Yeah, it's like,
No more hot dogs for me.
Oh no,
thanks.
it's perception
I'm good.
DC,
oh, perception DC. Shit.
and it's you. It would
Oh,
use the visual one, so it would have a minus.
Yeah, which is like what?
Minus-
minus
minus
2?
2. Yeah.
Yeah. If that's the case, then it would succeed.
Yeah. Then its attention is at me, who's in the little hallway.
It does indeed like hot dogs.
Yeah. So you watch as like it here, you go hot dog, do, 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 and then just the whole torso moves and looks in that direction after a knife hits it. And it's just like
I didn't think about this.
right. That and your turn, Ivor with Frandak.
Right, yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I could try to cast some spells here, but considering my track record, nah.
You
Gonna
are a
keep
fighter.
fighting. I'm gonna keep fighting.
Ironically, a fighter.
Yeah.
At this
Yeah.
point.
I'm gonna keep fighting.
Literally dedicated.
You missed it.
27.
27.
The hit?
Yep.
Shit. On what? I think actually that would crit on either of them.
It would.
Yeah.
Can
crit.
I hit the big one? Am I within range?
You would have to run up a bit, but you would be able to get in range with an action.
Yeah.
In that case, I will. Is it okay if I do that retroactively?
Yes, but it won't be a crit. Actually, shit, it's flat-footed. It would be a crit. Never mind.
All right.
It's looking the other way, and it's dazzled. So
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been jumping around from the moves a bit, but then I see it's kind of spazzing out. So
I do need to know which part of this creature are you attacking? Are you attacking the torso part or the heart?
Can I reach the heart? The upper?
I mean, if you jump over, yeah.
How far up is it?
Because the heart is where its legs would be. So it's like it's basically, or rather not where its legs would be, like it's basically replaced the space of its stomach downwards.
Yeah, but it's
And its
upside
ribs,
down, isn't it?
Yeah, and its ribs are attached to the thing. The heart itself is like 20 feet, and then it's another, like... No, its heart thing is like 10 feet, and then it's another, like 15.
I'd say it would be too hard to get to the heart with only 3 actions.
Yeah.
You would only get the body.
Yes.
2 actions, I'd say, could make it. But you would have to do a check on the second action.
Yeah.
So
I'd
if
say
you want to
just
just
bite
hit the
the
head,
body.
or
Yeah.
bite the
Yeah.
body, go for it.
It would be a bit risky to
Clean
go all the way.
on the
I
head.
don't
Yeah.
feel like Ivor would go for the heart. He would go for the head. He'd be like, that thing has a bigger jaw than I have. I have to kill it.
Establish dominance!
I
don't know
thought
why I made a
Ivor
friend.
would say,
Oh.
the hot dog, a tactic, a classic. And then he goes,
Why did that rhyme? I hate that.
In that case, I will suppose I'll. So it's like a normal head-ish.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, it's a maw.
Yeah.
It's only the mouth, pretty much. But like in the shape of a head, but the whole head is a mouth.
Right. In that case, I will do the topical thing and go for the neck, so to speak, but still head.
Because it's
Or-
the way it is that its head is like this, so there is a spot here that is exposed.
Then I'll go for that.
Go for it. Nice.
All right.
Critical hit, so.
Yes.
2d4 times 2.
2d4.
Now,
You have to hope for a low so it gets
Try.
high.
Try to
Because these are
actually hit the thing now.
treacherous dice.
Only T4s?
It's up. Wait, it's
There.
no, it's still.
Aren't
yeah, I got
you...
This
Are
way.
your attacks T4s?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
it. Could be worse. Could be worse. On average, better than nothing. That would be
If only we had
16 damage.
16.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Doubles?
Pretty fucking good.
I'm going to interrupt this with a bless you, Sooty.
And then I'm gonna go for another one.
That's cocked. Roll it
Yeah.
again. Try to move these first.
Cocked. Such... Did you not 20 that?
Did you not put that?
Yes.
You didn't even warn me. I didn't get the
Go
dice cam.
No, the next one.
Yeah, we
That's
can't
baby.
No
Don't
longer.
think you're helping.
No, that's
You are. You're not helping.
One try
That's a nat
before.
20. Roll the damage.
Holy
again.
shit. Let's go.
Yes. Crit.
Same damage again.
Same damage again.
16 again.
16.
So 30.
2.
Yes.
Shit.
We should do the hot dog tactic off. This worked.
I love the
Brilliant.
dynamic of Ivor and Hannigan. It's so good. You guys just
Nice.
get each other
It's the
immediately.
short
Whatever the fuck
stacks.
kind of weird ass.
It's like we're very much opposite energy, but we also get along very well.
Yeah.
Rapid dog and
How would you like to have a Dragon Age moment?
Yeah.
Oh.
A Dragon Age moment?
So,
Have you not
No,
played
that
Dragon Age?
Ivor
I've never
rushes,
played.
Nice.
leaps off. And do you want to take it, or do you want me to?
You can go ahead. Go
So,
for the neck. You can know where to go from that.
the Ivor sort of sees his moment as the creature looks away and exposes like the only part of its neck it has, because there's still like a shoulder piece here, whereas this shoulder's melded. He drops to all fours and begins to run, begins bouncing off of several of the hollowed, leaps off of the last one, claws into the neck, pulls himself in, rips one chunk out, and then slams his hand in, grabs an artery that was too deep for his head to reach, and tears it out. And this creature begins to spew blood from that angle, which does unfortunately cake all of you.
Not me.
Except
Can I crawl further in?
you pretty much begin ripping and tearing into this wound, causing it to like wreathe and scream. It screeches again at such a level that you can see like the shockwave from it. But it doesn't have time to really do much before you just basically uppercut just here, which slams its like
Jaw together?
jaw together, and then it finally just kind of like goes limp. It doesn't hit the ground, obviously, but it just goes limp. And a lot of the hollowed begin screeching. And you notice that one group, several of the groups begin attacking each other immediately. And then several others try to run away. And you guys pretty much take the initiative and begin, like, you just, Cassius begins to electric arc several of the ones running away, hitting them with various spells. Ida, you manage to, like, nick several of them in key locations to cause them to bleed out as they run.
Yeah.
And Frey, you keep doing whatever the hell it is you're doing.
Frey keeps getting hit by them. He's not
Doof, 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 as they run past.
Hannigan is not. He's going to try to slice open the doors.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
Frey as well. You're swinging the axe, cleaving down a few of them, and Ivor is just reveling in.
Ivor is a fucking avatar of
frenzy.
Thor at this point. That's the other character. No, but he's like an avatar of Korn. He's just like, blood for the blood nature.
Blood for nature.
Blood for Mother Nature.
We have to work on that
And
cat
with
face
that-
a bit, buddy.
Yeah.
You notice that the heart began to beat faster and faster
Golf for
and faster,
fertilizer?
which pumps more and more blood out of this creature until eventually it, like, pulses once. A long period passes, pulses again, and then it stops. Sort of at its, like, weakest, like, almost like a dying breath. Like, it just goes, like, one last as more blood pools.
That was fucking gnarly, dude. Fucking suck.
So, yeah,
We're just
Did you
caked
see all
in
the
this.
blood?
They're just like
there's
there
like
has
a
to
good
be like
layer
yeah.
of blood on the floor. Like, this went full Van Helsing real quick.
I'm thinking fucking Kill Bill, actually,
yeah,
where there is
yeah.
a layer of blood on the floor afterwards.
I would like to cast prestidigitation.
Yeah, valid.
Like
Frey.
you can see
That was very loud.
this used to be a white lab coat. I look like
Frey.
I look like Van Helsing.
It would be dark brown
I
to
need
begin
a
with.
con-
Yeah.
You've been
I need a
hit with blood
fortitude
quite a lot.
Well, I bleached
Hey.
it.
No, fair. Daily preparations.
Time for your 5 o'clock fortitude saving throw. Okay.
Oh no, hold on. There we go.
Why are you fortituding right now?
I do not know. I don't want to know.
Okay, so that's an 18.
18.
Total?
Do you want to show the?
Oh, right, yeah.
18 total?
8 in total.
Mark off beneath where you have one critical is success.
Wait, are you down?
No.
No, last time something funky happened, he had to make a fortitude save after he
Oh.
And he crit failed it.
consumed the inside
And I
of a
told him
salsicha
Oh no.
sausage.
No, you have to press the button that says save notes.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Yeah. So you have one critically failed save,
Mm-hmm.
and now you've succeeded one.
Great.
Keep track of those, because I know I will.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but that scares me even more.
Right.
He'll be a test subject
Right.
soon. That'll be nice, right?
Wait,
A
I need-
handful of the dwarfs are currently vomiting, though. That was
I
disgusting.
need to do a will save.
After calming down a bit from the ecstatic moment of just killing this big fucking thing,
Combat is over.
yeah, I was gonna
That was a cool fight.
feel his, adrenaline wear off, and then it's gonna just still kind of holding on to this creature. Take a breath, considering that okay, the hollowed don't like him very much, and he's gonna relieve himself inside the wound he has caused.
Okay.
That's evil. That's like disrespect squared, dude. What
That's
the
the
hell?
point. Yeah.
Man, I gotta take a piss. What a convenient hole I've just made.
Yes.
I hate every single one of you.
What have
Listen,
I
I-
done?
Yeah, except listen, it's these idiots.
Yeah, I take back what I said about the Hannigan Ivor.
I was shocked by that. I'm not easily shocked, man. I watched See the Killer for fun. With the very
was-
base, though. Very base.
No.
Fuck.
No,
Alright,
let's
Anyway.
just
I'm just gonna
Wait, so what
sink
did you
down
expect
into
here?
the blood.
We're feeling very relieved.
like
in the
sort of
first
just sitting there.
Very.
Yeah, I'm just sort of sitting there staring at this thing.
Blade Runner.
This
No.
because
Yes.
it reminds me of a hollowed, right?
It is a hollow.
Yeah, it is a hollow, but it's huge. It's enormous.
You've never seen it like that.
Not like the closest thing I've seen. That was like a decade ago, more.
And this gives you, like this, to be completely honest, could give several like hypotheses just off the bat of what these things are, how this works.
I'm
what-
just gonna
Yeah.
slowly walk past her before I get to the shield guy in the front. Just pat her like lightly on the fan the axle, I guess.
Shoulder.
On the shoulder, and just go. You can't take it home with you, and keep walking to the shield guy.
You're gonna hear from the hallway. Grab the gems, folks! Grab the big one gem.
I'm gonna turn to Cassius. I'm just gonna hold up my like doctor's bag, like this. It's dripping in blood, and I'm just holding it towards you. It's just, could you sterilize this for me?
I don't think prestidigitation sterilizes anything.
You can try.
I would like to cast prestidigitation on it.
Becomes free of filth,
Yeah.
but it probably doesn't sterilize.
Yeah.
Would you mind on me too? Thank you.
Cleansed.
And immediately I go to the tower shield guy,
With me.
where you are too, and I just like, all right, I'll get to you later, because we need to have a serious talk about this. Marshall,
You watch him grab the top edge of his shield and peel his arm out of the
Yeah.
mangled, what's it called? Sort of like brace
yeah,
that he had. Because this shield required more than just a simple handle. It's like halfway across.
yeah, it's essentially
And it got, when he blocked that big hit from the
Yeah, that-
creature, it mangled the thing.
Yeah.
So he basically like rips his arm out of it. He doesn't seem too phased by it, but his arm does not look good.
yeah. I'm gonna start is it called spilting? Like
Splinting.
it's splinting it
Yeah.
up and
Because like part of his bonus.
Yes.
Out of the,
readjust that. I just get to it with like an almost terrifying effectiveness. and,
yeah,
like,
pretty much the moment you begin like fiddling with it, he just like takes he just rips a strap off of the shield and bites into it. And just lets you do your thing.
I fucking hate this guy. He's so cool. What the hell?
He's
We
literal
would all
military.
like to
Yeah.
touch him.
Yeah, I twist
Can
the
you
bone
become
back,
part of our party?
put a bone back. I like apply pressure to it. I sew it like where I need to, and just splint it up. So he needs to have it like in a metalla. Is
A
that
sling.
called? A sling, yeah. For a while, so he's not going to use that shield at the moment.
Yeah. You notice that you bandage this up. He takes the mace. He like grabs the spiked thing, unlocks it, and turns it back into a mace. Puts the mace on his belt, but he'll grab the shield with his other arm and lift it up as it turns back into a sort of normal-sized shield.
That must be a very dense shield.
It is.
He's a very dense dwarf.
Yeah.
Marshall,
It's a bit fucked though.
Hey, don't call him that. I'm sure he's very intelligent.
True.
I would like to, and I say this in Dwarfish. I would like to make a proposition.
This guy does speak common though.
Oh,
Just so
okay.
you know. Yeah. The marshal's been like the one guy who can speak actual
Alright,
common.
yeah.
Pretty good.
And we can communicate with
Yeah.
the chef.
Yeah.
But I think I'm still gonna stick to like I'm still gonna like take the extra step to
Yeah.
to do like go at it in Dwarvish, and just say I have a proposition. I would like to study your shield.
If you stay at our camp for a while, I'm sure I can arrange that as thanks for patching me up.
Thank you very much.
Damn, he just said, okay, if you have a date with me. Translating that in my head, like,
It's not what he said.
yeah, if you stay at the
But I mean,
camp long
he's not going to
enough,
relinquish
maybe.
the shield.
No,
You'd
no,
have
no,
to
no, of
stay
course
near
not.
him.
You'd have to.
Yeah, of
you have to be
Nice.
with me, though.
You have to spend
mean,
the whole
if-
time.
I would be interested in hearing you tell him.
You have to
talk about
further
it.
your social link with him. Give him a lot of gifts. So
My social link.
What the fuck does that mean?
Social
You
link.
have to give him
Oh.
gifts and up his reputation with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
He seems amicable to the
His
idea.
affection meter, as it's
Okay.
often called.
So
Okay.
Ivor, after finishing up, jumps down on the floor again, has Agio sort of cleaning up, and consumes a good berry.
How well Hannigan is doing rough work. He is kicking and kicking and kicking.
So
How long
there,
does it take to peel off?
there is a
the
good
door?
amount of that you have to do because a lot of the on this part of the room, like in the hallway, it sort of reminds you of that fresh patch because a lot of the end of it, like the ends of it reaching out was very veiny, like tendrils almost trying to like root out, like take root and grow. This area is very similar, but it's a much thicker. So you'd have to you pretty much just kind of carve through the spot
like
that
muscle
goes
fibers?
around.
Mm.
No, like veins, like actual
okay.
veins.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you have to like cut through where it bends, because
Mm.
that's where you get the least resistance to just slice through that shit.
When all of the blood landed on the floor and we all got covered,
Yeah,
Cassius
absurd.
kind of just wanted to get away from it.
Yeah, best way to do that is to go where Hannigan.
Probably. And Hannigan has been away like half the fight.
Yeah.
Off knows who were.
You did
Um,
hear him throw a knife. Or
Yeah.
see it.
Also, we did all hear the hot dogs.
we did.
And then the creature went, huh? And then died.
You could say that I finished it off.
The song of death.
Without me, that would not have been a crit. The first one, at least.
That's if you think about it, that is pretty much exactly what happened. He looked over and then died. Because that happened like within the span of 3 seconds.
However, I want to believe that it died happy because it saw a little halfling river dancing and singing hot dog
Before a dwarf just made a huge hole in his neck.
burrowed in.
Hey guys,
fucking-
just so you're prepared, this is going to be a gritty, dark campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
Anyway,
fair,
I started river dancing.
you're in a flesh cave and the floor has about maybe a few inches of blood in it. You've just defeated eldritch horrors beyond human comprehension.
This is a grim setting.
I
What a fucking
disrespected the
deranged.
corpse as well.
yeah. You took a shit in his wound, so or took a piss in his
Yeah,
wound.
piss.
But like,
I'm gonna rip your neck off, head off, and shit down your neck.
Yes.
Ivor POV.
dude,
Literally that.
Grim setting, but deranged, comical cast.
yeah, like honestly, that's just our selling point at this point. It's we're not a horror comedy. We're horror, but funny. Because like the horror isn't funny. There's just funny on top of the horror.
I like how everybody else is just like, oh, it's so fun. I'm gonna river that. And we might have my man Frey back here just like witnessing like eldritch horror, devouring like somebody.
Frey has been through the worst amount of shit in this whole game.
So much horror.
It's so bad for you.
My boy.
Same old
Yeah.
thing then, Songbird.
That's fucking hilarious.
He's fucking.
At least he
If
didn't
my
go
finger
out this
wasn't
time.
broken, you'd be seeing it.
You didn't drop this fight, at least. You almost did.
I had 1 health. At one point.
Progress, everybody. How do I do on the
You're making
progress of getting
progress,
through the
at
door?
least.
You think it would take you a bit on your own, simply because you
How much health do you have?
you only have so much
Uh,
reach, and the door's like
that's-
10 feet tall.
Decent amount, I think.
Does Cassius want to help me? Oh, whoa.
You feel like using some magic would definitely.
Cassius comes around and sees
I
Hannigan trying to cut
from
open a
nowhere
wall.
another tossed good berry lands on your head.
Raphael
door.
comes
He's trying
crawling
What
to-
are
to
you
you.
doing?
He's trying to shut the door.
There, between this thick sheet and whatever,
How
is
much
a
is it
stone
there?
door. Behind me there is another.
1d6
You can
plus
see it
4.
more clearly.
1d6 plus 4.
There's a
Yep.
door behind us as well. I'm just doing the legwork of
Yeah.
opening up the treasure chamber.
It's
How do you know this is the treasury?
Because it's locked.
Then you guys got a map. that
Smells
said treasure right
expensive.
To the left.
And, you know, the map said there would be treasure here, and this is the only door, these two, are the only doors that are closed. What do dwarves and people in general, dwarves do like shiny things, but not more than anyone else. I'm not speciesist. What do dwarves like to hide away in their little cubbies? Gold.
So
This is a cubby.
the dwarfs, the riflemen,
Take
The-
offense at this racist comment.
no, the marshals raise their hand, raises his the shielded arm and snaps, and the riflemen all put their weapons away, pull out combat knives, and begin to harvest the soul gems out of the hollowed in a very efficient militaristic manner. Like there's one that will bring it over, like basically make a lineup of them, and then 3 from each squad that will open them up, or 2 from each squad that will open them up, and then 1 that goes in. And
Guys,
collects.
we need this.
Can we just hang out with these guys with the rest of the campaign?
Can
That's really
can I just sort of like
They are.
Adopted by dwarves.
I hand my
By
bone
Russian
saw
dwarfs.
to like
You're gonna shut up the final
to
bell.
Ivor. I just
What?
go. Do you want to harvest your kill?
You're looking for the soul stone?
Most certainly, yes.
More like a soul boulder, am I right?
Don't need that in that case. And I just start walking up to it.
He's just going to.
Call it. Yes.
Oh god, that's gross. You
How
just walk in,
big is it?
make an actual
You just
flesh
cleaned
cake.
yourself up.
Well, argue did.
Man,
Do you
you got
enter
no
the same hole,
appreciation
though?
for your little weird aphid thing.
I mean,
You can go around the bones. Hits the bone. We gotta dig up.
No, but he
It
pissed
also
in
needs
it,
food,
so
you
he's
know?
gonna like avoid that area entirely as well.
As if he was gonna avoid his own
Oh
piss.
no, you're right.
As if he was gonna give a shit about that.
Actually, unless it is the
Step over.
most straightforward way, he's gonna just make a new hole, probably.
I mean, yeah. Just
Oh my
Can you
god.
just
yes.
stop making new holes?
you can probably.
Ivor goes limp. He makes a new hole.
But Ivor never goes limp.
It's true.
Ivor, are you
If
inside?
you were here for the break, you would have seen that clip.
Are you inside of a man or where's your hand up? My hand is inside of a man.
No, my hand is not up.
No, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, now I'm just gonna go for gouging claw on the way in.
Yeah. Are you aiming for the heart of the torso, or are you going through the heart of the heart where its legs were?
Does it make a difference?
It does.
Okay, so wait.
The soul gem should be in the heart, right? Because it's where the heart would be.
'Cause
Right.
I'm gonna take a look at that heart.
Yeah. I just look
If
down
it's
to you
still
and
standing
just
after
wait
he's
for
gone,
your.
it's-
Just go. Which one should I go for, basically?
I'm gonna just sort of like look around, like Frey, can you help me up?
18%. Jesus Christ.
Trey like looks up and he goes, I could probably do that. And he goes down on a knee, like
Yeah,
hand.
Offering hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my foot there. My balance is not great. My strength is not great. But I'm just gonna like hold on to your shoulder and then just sort of like, okay, just lift me up gently, and I just take my bone saw and I just cut it off, like right before the heart begins, so that I can get like a clean view through it.
Right.
And I'll tell you to not stand directly underneath it.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Seeing-
already
Wait,
covered.
where
in
are you
blood. I
cutting?
didn't get prestidigitation.
So
Heart
it's
thing.
heart thing right in the middle.
Okay, so,
that-
the circumference of that
Uh-huh.
is approximately 20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a huge creature.
20 feet.
Yeah. Seeing that you start cutting that area, I will just nod and then start to kind of just.
Yeah, because
Using
like I
guns,
essentially want to have like you know when
into
you when you dissect things, you
Yeah.
want to like have a clean like cut through it so you can see it.
Yeah. You notice that this creature's like pretty much like all of the muscle fibers like pretty much went into this thing like a tree, and or the other way around. You're not
Uh-huh.
sure. I don't think fibers have a
Yes, they do.
clear direction.
Yeah, they.
Well, I mean like as fibers, but like
Oh,
can you tell where they
don't-
came
yeah.
from and
Yeah.
where they're going? I'm not too sure. But you can definitely see like it goes with the grain. So like cutting here, you'd go against the grain of the
Yeah.
fibers.
Are
But
there
that's-
any like ventricles or anything or like?
there are like
atriums
yes, there's
inside it?
blood veins.
I'm thinking about like hold the chamber and like the atrium of like the heart.
Yes, the heart itself seems to be, other than like a sort of weird out like exterior, because the exterior doesn't quite look quite like a heart. It's more like this weird fleshy. Ugh. It seems like the ceiling itself had a depression in it where it was like embedded in, and this creature was on the ceiling, but then it lowered itself to fight.
All right.
And it didn't seem to protect the heart itself at all for some reason. But there are opening it. You can see like chamber heart.
Can I
chambers.
try to guess why? Why would it not protect the heart?
You can roll me a hollow check.
And while you're doing that, I will still keeps on clawing its way to cut it off.
When you get into the heart when you get into the main chamber of the heart,
17.
Yeah.
I'll get to you in just a moment. Your claws strike something very hard as it like digs through some flesh. Just like stink. You suspect that the reason why it doesn't protect its heart is because that doesn't matter to it. The heart itself isn't what keeps it alive. It seems to do something else. Damaging it probably just would have pissed it off and or enraged it. So it's a good thing no one hit the heart.
Right. Yeah.
Could you like conjecturalize that the heart is more for the flesh cave
Yeah.
animal,
Yeah.
and the body is for the body of the animal?
Is the body sort of like? Could it have acted like an antenna, like rallying these
Pretty much,
creatures
yeah.
around it?
You imagine that it was like a brain.
Yeah,
control
like the
these
elder
creatures,
brain,
yeah.
sort of like
Yeah.
with illicids.
That's the leading theory that you get when looking.
I start to begin excavating the hard object, basically by just clawing around it and then trying to.
Peeling away a section of the heart, it reveals a fairly large gem. A sort of cloudy, dark red, stormy stone. That is, to be honest, the section that you uncovered. About, like, pretty much the box of the stream there. Quite large. It's about almost your torso.
Damn.
Hannigan shudders and goes, "Oh, do you feel that, Cassius? What? It's a fortune. I can feel
God, we haven't even opened the door yet.
No, not the door. Not from inside the door. My senses are tingling. Oh,
I think you're getting sick.
I think you're getting senile.
I'm getting both. Thank you, a disembodied voice.
From behind you, there's a huge boom as the stone levels
I know.
down.
as you are currently taking this in and researching pretty much,
Yeah.
you notice that the flesh at the edges of the area
Yeah.
begins to slowly dry out and desiccate.
It dies.
It's beginning to wither, so to speak.
Yeah. Interesting. Wait, does it resemble the previous things when we saw we found the abandoned hallowed nest?
Yes.
It resembles that, so that could have been another.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. From inside this impromptu small cabin inside its torso, I just look out. Should I keep on digging? And I just look up towards the brain part.
The hard part.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I think I have enough data as it is. I'll think of it as a mother.
What do you think?
I'll think about it as a mother. Like a mother
an
tree.
other.
Like the.
Milk the creature. Technically, what happened?
I hate
actually.
you.
You got. I mean, if you think about it, and then the blood.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just shut up, Tristan.
I have a new working theory.
look, we're going back into horror. What can
Does
I
anyone? Does anyone
Not a
have
bad
like?
idea.
There's a clank as the bone saw drops and like.
Yeah.
Ida, bloody, just pulls out like a notebook and just starts scribbling and taking notes and drawing like what she can see. Like sketching up the anatomy of this or like the gross physiology of this like creature.
Are there any free dwarves?
No.
No, they're all
seem to
enslaved.
be- They're all enslaved.
They're all slaves.
Well,
No, they seem to have finished up by now.
Yeah, what I mean is, are any of them idle?
Yeah.
Is there an idle notification? I click it and I more work.
They're
No.
just doing their idle animation.
I'm going to in Gnomish. Oi, you cunts! Can I get some help over here? I got a door here. One of yours. This was the worst Australian accent. I had to do it on the spot. That's so
Oh my goodness!
I should have
Yes.
prepared.
One of them replies, I can't. You need help?
There's a door. We need it open now. Can someone come over here and help me, please?
And help me, please.
Well, yeah, we can all help you.
Thank you, mate. Big up, cunt.
Yes. Can't.
Are any of the
Oh,
dwarves like wounded or anything? Because then I can just.
Surprisingly, not really.
Okay,
They-
yeah.
Some of them carry minor wounds, like relatively minor, like
Yeah.
bruises, scratches.
I'll essentially
cuts.
just like use the clinical eyes or whatever and just.
But
like,
none of them,
snap.
none of them seem to be like significantly wounded. They actually got
Right.
really lucky.
I
They
know
could have
you're-
gotten fucked by that.
I know you're
screech.
a theater kid, but why is your Australian accent so decent?
No, but it's because I watched a lot of Australian series. Shout out to H2O being my childhood.
Oh God, H2.
Oh my god!
The water!
Oh my goodness!
Is that the one with the mermaids?
Yes.
Condensation and turning into a mermaid. Emma Hill. She's a mermaid? Here, a mermaid in Brisbane?
So good.
So
Fucking love that show. It's so bad. Such a good metaphor for puberty, but man.
I have never thought about this.
Yeah, no, it's because they're changing rapidly and they're like, what is happening? What is my body doing? Anyways,
Did you stick close to the marshal?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon flash.
He's gonna turn to you
Yes.
and go. I offer a third of the gems, as we provided most of the firepower here, and we're also going to deliver the most manpower. But you can have a third of the gems that we found. There are a good 50 or so, so it is no small sum.
Am I hearing this? Like overhearing?
Yeah, he's not being quiet.
No, but I'm just thinking that I like that he approaches Frey about this instead of the designated leader.
Cassius
Self-designated.
is currently away,
Yeah,
That is
Cassius
true.
is.
That is
yeah.
true.
hearing
But
my-
I'm
you notice that
just
this
letting
man has quite a bit of, like, a lot of respect for you because you
Mhm.
took a hell of a beating and stayed standing.
Mhm.
Had you dropped, he might not have given you the same respect, but you're still
No, I'm just
standing.
gonna go third of the gems seems like a fair deal.
That one, he points up at the hollowed heart and goes, that one's going to be difficult to transport. Breaking soul gems, not exactly ideal. It's a little too big to carry home. If you want it, it's yours, but...
I think our doctor would quite see it. Yes.
Exactly what you do with it, it's up to you, but good luck with that.
Appreciate it. Indeed.
So there is this like slight slithering,
Yeah.
like to the right or to your right, as there is something swimming through the blood,
Yes, that's right.
and it crawls up on your leg, keeps crawling up.
Do backstrokes when it swims.
In universe and out of universe, I really started liking Rathu.
Yeah. And it's sort of like
I love
without
I'm just gonna go like,
without
oh.
like a noise, it just sort of
Oh.
like opens its mouth, and there's a cork sticking up.
There's a what?
There's a cork sticking out.
I'm just gonna grab the entirety of Rat.
The entire rat.
Like kind of plop it out of him, plop it on the shoulder. Down it.
The
Does he swim
absolute...
like a jellyfish? Like
No, backstrokes.
Yeah, but on his back, he's still doing the work like a nautilus.
I was rather like expecting like just like that, but then like whoosh.
Yeah, he
Sort of
like
yeah, like
rolls
slow-
the gel,
slithering.
but keeps his
his face like on top.
yeah. So it just like rolls, kind of like just
He just turns into a fucking submarine, basically.
Yeah, like the
I
the
hate-
skeleton part is like essentially still, and then it just wobbles around.
And I'll just look back, kind of lift it up towards the doctor and drink it. Fucking goddamn, so many fucking potions.
So, that was the first hollowed hive you've encountered, and this one was a relatively low level one.
Nice. Also very
Relative
not
to what,
nice.
mate? Relative to what?
All the potions.
I will
6 and
tell you that
plus one,
fighting
plus
these
one,
things on your own is difficult.
What?
+5.
No.
You mean the fact that the our helpers dealt
Almost 200 damage. They did 150, I believe, in the end.
yeah,
No.
Yeah.
we did jack shit except him on the last
No, they did 180, you guys did 120. This hive had a collective health pool of 300.
We dealt a lot of that.
His last attack
did.
did 5 damage over its max HP. There was a lot of damage. A lot of it was chip damage, but it was mostly the splash, and then... Because, like, through the rounds, you guys did do quite a bit of damage.
I
It
did
just
around
stacked up
24,
slower than theirs. I was keeping track of the damage.
And you've got to count the fact that you crowd control killed him. So
Yeah,
I imagine that did flat damage.
several of them killed each other, and then... That
So technically, they did some damage too. I think we should all appreciate the Hollowed here for their hard work.
Well done.
No one agrees with me.
died almost.
everyone
both
took a
times.
little bit of damage, I believe.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
When I get the cool count over here, I'm gonna say that.
What?
Right, so I'm thinking you go in there, and I'm gonna try this one.
Mermaids.
Mermaid here. I should just say mermaid.
in the flesh
never mind.
cave.
Free balling in the flesh cave. So if you go in there, I'll go in here. All right? Does that work for you?
Do you point at, like, the actual flesh-covered doors?
Yeah, They go for the flesh covered one. I go for the other one because I'm small.
They look at that. He looks at that. He looks at the others, and then looks at the flesh covered door again. The rest of them look at that door, and then they slowly look at you and go,
You're here for your history. Yeah.
I
This is
ain't,
part of the job, right?
I ain't paid enough to open that door.
Do you want to say that to the marshal? Eh?
Yeah, I'll hear what the marshal's got to say. I don't want to deal with that. Not right now. I'm tired.
You're weaker than I thought, dwarf. I'll go through this one alone.
Oh, it's still going through the non-covered one. I'm saying that.
And then I'm gonna like do this.
What the fuck's that?
It's a nab at his penis size. To be extremely clear.
You know we need to have good relations with these people, right?
He's weak. And then I'm gonna mutter to Cassius, "He's fucking old. These fucking youngsters are you good for nothing."
Did you insult them?
I think that no matter the size of your penis, you can still
I'm
do a
going
good
to
job.
slap his back over the head.
Violence! He falls on the floor. Judge!
I'm gonna walk up to this just to.
The dwarfs will.
see this.
The marshal sort of drags you along as well. It joins up and goes, "Right, well. What we are after is in that door. I'm not sure what's in that other room, but I don't want to risk opening that door just yet. I'm not sure what's beyond it, and I'd rather have Sivosh at my back when I open that."
Do you mean the one covered in flesh?
Yes.
I don't imagine they ever entered, considering it's just covered. And then I get up from the floor.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Are you scared that you guys put something bad in there?
I'm gonna hold up my bone saw.
Possibly. You never know. It could be a prison, it could be anything. There could be a golem in there. We don't know.
Do you want to find out?
In that one? No, not right now.
Okay.
We're quite low on everything.
All
You
right.
can have a...
This door, however, we do know what's inside.
thank you.
Mostly. At least there's no golems that could kill us. There's no automated defenses. There's no, at least none that remain empowered. They would have long lost energy by now.
Can someone detect magic?
I can detect magic.
Could you detect some magic?
I could detect some magic.
Is there magic from that?
There is beyond it.
There is magic beyond the door, but the door itself is not magical.
Maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. What is inside of here? Is it like a treasure trove? Like expensive mining equipment? Like
Is it experience points?
What kind of pee was it?
You just completely misheard that.
No, I'm just
The slow
wondering.
turn.
Well, it's not mine.
What kind of X? I heard something about XP.
XP. Yeah, expensive mining equipment. It's
Oh.
for the people in the industry.
Well, I was
Am I
just
right,
wondering.
dwarves? You all do mining. Am I correct?
You know,
I point at them.
The marshal shrugs.
Yeah, XP. Let's go get some XP.
They can't really say much because they did mine their way here.
Yeah,
So, like, it's like shit. I can't.
every racial
can't fucking
assumption he has been confirmed so far.
can't fucking rule that out. I'm looking for a
I'm
certain.
beginning to think we're not the good guys.
By the way, speaking of examining things,
Yeah.
before I, actually pop out the big soulstone and join everyone else,
Yeah.
can I try to dig into the heart brain thing a bit more and see if I can, I don't know, use nature check to, I don't know, try to understand a bit more?
I'm just imagining like the mole man guy
Yeah.
from Atlantis. But instead of digging through the ground, he's digging through
Flesh.
flesh.
Heart.
I thought it was the mole
Right.
man from Animal Crossing who comes up and
No.
yells at you for turning off your GameCube too fast.
Man,
No,
I fucking love that, dude.
He's so
You can give me a survival or nature. They'll give you different information.
Right. In
That
case
was
I'll
a
go for
very
nature.
good.
Tristan did a good one as well. I was so
Oh
impressed.
God.
Can I try for both? Once over?
It would take more time.
Yeah, but I still have, these guys have been talking and I'm just
Yeah,
up
yeah.
there, so...
I'd say it would add another 10 minutes or so. It's
Right.
like it would pretty much
Yeah.
bring you on par with where they are.
Yeah, fair. In that case, I got a 4 on a survival check. God damn it! And 4 on the other one. So that would be
2 tens.
2 10s. Fuck.
I'm a teepee.
Wait,
I'm a wigwam.
Actually, when I end of the session, I will re-roll the nature one.
Hold up,
You know what?
hold
Go
up.
for it.
Wait,
All right,
Oh, right.
there we go.
Using fate.
that's worse.
Wait, no, it's kind of crooked. Bit
No, that is a 3. That is 100% a 3.
No.
Reroll a 4 into a 3, baby. Let's go.
The weave of fate shifts.
Fuck.
And it does this.
That flips you off.
Right.
The Weave of Fate is done with us at this point. It's like, I have not enough time for this. There are 3 women somewhere. Seamstresses being very angry at us.
Like,
Sorry, I'm looking for something very.
Stop messing it up. Come on.
We worked
It is very
hard on
difficult
this.
to figure out exactly what you're looking at and what's what, especially when you're like inside of it. It's difficult to like. Its anatomy doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
but that's like normal for Hollowed. They don't make sense.
And then, I am a warrior, not a thinker. So
Yeah. So for you,
Mine
it's
is
more
all
like
intelligence.
we know.
this thing's
Ivor, we know.
this thing is a little bit too alien for you to figure out.
Right. In that case, I will revert back to tried and tested senses. I will have a bit of taste and have a bit of sniff.
I mean, it tastes like meat.
Anything
Tastes
unusual?
Like,
I hate that my character will ask you what it tastes like.
it tastes
Because
like
I need to record this.
roasted duck.
Yeah. Is there anything unusual about taste and smell? That would be not common to regular meat or hollow.
Other than the
Earthy
sheer
tone.
abundance of it, no, not really. It tastes very similar. It seems to be made out of the same material.
Right. In that case, I will just head back down a bit, pop out the soul gem, and go down the sort of tunnel-ish I've created in the neck. Or, well, for the torso part. That we created, actually. You were also up there.
Right.
But yes, Boilem and Soulstone on ground. Done.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking boring.
Should we try to look for whatever is in this room, or should we try to take a rest first?
I'm gonna give this a big.
I wanna crawl up next to the big money rock and inspect its hardness and quality. And I think,
The general has agreed to part ways with it.
yeah, I
I-
fucking hope so.
I'm not carrying it.
Or the marshal, rather.
I am carrying it.
I don't think we have many ways of transporting things.
How easy or hard is it to lift?
This big, right?
That thing it's roughly the size of your torso.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
Oh
am,
my
you know,
God,
that is
strong.
He's a dwarf
Yeah.
as well.
So like it's pretty heavy, and it would be exhausting to carry this around all the time. But you feel like if you took frequent breaks, you could probably transport this somewhere.
What is the bulk?
And I do have
Uh,
16 strength, so
Yeah.
Bulk would probably have to be somewhere along the lines of like, it's large obviously, but like maybe 3 or 4 bulk,
How are you looking on the gear?
Yeah, don't look at me.
possibly 5.
He can carry it.
Yeah, okay.
easily.
Yeah, it's cumbersome to
Yeah.
like, carry around, but you could do so.
He has literally only got a water skin and holly and mistletoe.
Yeah,
So like,
you feel like if you
And no
strapped it to your
pants.
back, though
No pants,
cumbersome, you
just
could
tie it
carry
over.
it.
Right.
Yeah, it's more like awkward to carry.
Free ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally free ball.
He is the free balling 5,000.
He do be.
Going to kill myself. Anyway,
go to flesh cave myself.
Go commit flesh
I am
cave.
going to end the session off with a description of what happens when the treasury doors open.
Mhm.
So, eventually, you manage to like cut the last of it off, and then the marshal looks at you kind of quizzically, and then just pushes the door. After he slots something into place, turns it. You didn't realize that there was a mechanism there because it was pretty much invisible. It was built into the stonework. You wouldn't have known it was there unless you knew it was there from the get-go.
And we don't even have to have like moonlight or anything like that
Nope.
shining on
He
it.
unlocks
No
it,
password.
and the door breaks open,
No melon.
tearing anything that survived your cutting,
Mhm.
because it was 10 feet tall. It tears the flesh away, opens into this very this vast chamber. We're talking like 120 by 200 maybe, but very big. Problem is, it's quite sparse for how large it is. But there are several chests that seem to be preserved, sort of scattered around in almost like a symmetrical pattern, laid up against pillars. There seems like there were some kind of automated defense system here, but they're all deactivated. There seems to be weird piles of sand here and there, with a weapon that has long since lost its sheen and whatnot, kind of in the sand pile. And the last thing you see is, or among other things, there's small like piles of equipment gear. There's like some shelves with some potions on them that seem to be under the effect of some kind of magic that's somehow still going. And then there are several bookshelves that are also preserved by some kind of magic, which the dwarves beeline for. And that is where I believe we'll end today's session. Episode 8, Heartfelt Fear.
Nice.
Well, see you next time.
Yeah.
See you next week, y'all.
See you next week.